Hello, chat. How's it going? What's good, what's good? Hello, Selective Panther. Hello, Odax MC. Hello, Moin Perry. Hello, Erbauer. Hello, RNGJB. Hello, Blue here. What's good? How we doing? Welcome to Money Time. You know what, actually, I'm kind of just... I'm realizing something. And I just don't like it. I just don't like that being there. But welcome to Money Time. You gonna do Vamp Slayer? No. No. We're geckoing. We are sunning on my gecko. We are sunning all day sunning on my gecko. That is, oh yeah, we're gonna be geckoing for quite a while because I have a lot of motes. And whilst you may look in my purse and say, oh, you have only 513,000 motes, what are you talking about, you absolute poron? What do you mean? Well, I have a couple of extra. Isn't Diana better? Brother, we are 7 minutes into the stream, and I started talking less than a minute ago. How are you already proving the YouTube chat stereotypes? Yeah, Diana, Mythic Diana is better. How do you expect me to do Mythic Diana? Like, my brother, I am level 98, and we are on day 13 of the profile. I was thinking legendary. How do you expect me to do legendary, Diana? The point stands. The point still stands. Like, it's still the same thing. So yeah, we've got a couple of extra motes. Now, I do not think that 3.5 mil is going to be enough. I'm going to be so real. I do not think that 3.5 mil is going to be enough to last me the whole of Diana. I've seen level 50 nons do it, yeah, and they don't make any money from it. Either that or they're co-op carried. They're either co-op carried or they do it so inefficiently that it's not worth doing. Like, my net worth is like 700 mil, bro. I do not have the gear to make money off of Diana. Or at least for it to be worth making money off of Diana. And if any of those level 50 nons are saying that they make more than 70 million coins an hour, they're LARPing. Because they don't. Once again, unless they are co-op carried. To high hell. I mean, in that case, like, if they are co-op carried, then yeah, sure, whatever. They have access to way more gear than they should have. My net worth is 800 mil with 2 years. How much playtime do you have? No matter how, by summoning large amounts of money out of nowhere, I mean, that's kind of technically what we're doing now, realistically. Like, that's sort of, I guess that's sort of the game plan. Except it's not really out of nowhere, considering I'm summoning out of Sun Gecko's ass. So I suppose it's not exactly out of nowhere. I play Iron Man, so my knowledge of normal moneymaker is a little off. That's fair, that's fair. 600 to 700 hours. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a bit... That's rough, bro. Okay, that's rough. Then again, to be fair, you're gonna do Year of the Seer, it's like 40 million under 20 minutes, in like 20 minutes of work. Probably not. How low is 6 bill net worth with level 392? Well, it depends on how you play the game. Like, level and money don't really have any correlation to each other. Like, 392 isn't a high level anymore. Considering that we're over 600 now. So, and it's not particularly hard to get to level 392. Therefore, money and level just don't really correlate too much. Level 544 and I only have a 30 bill net worth. 30 bill is not a bad net worth. Like, what are we saying? 544 and 30 bill is not a bad net. That's not a bad connection. That's not bad. Oh, that hurt. I forgot to ice. GG. Bro, this is the most combat that I'm going to be doing on stream. Like, I genuinely think that Diana is going to be the most combat. Oh, I was meaning that level and net worth don't matter. Yeah, exactly. Like, I genuinely think that this Diana is going to be the most, like, combat streams in a row that we've had. So far. Like, genuinely. Watch your stream during orchestra. Oh, hell yeah. Bro, put on some, play some background music. Come on now. You know, I need some of that, I need some of that backing music for the gecko. Hell yeah, that's actually sick. That's actually awesome. Bogus Torgus, was good. How's it going? I should probably look at the price of, I haven't even looked at the price of shurikens yet. I've just been kind of geckoing. What mods do you use? They are all on YouTube, although I will open up my mods menu after this gecko. You look so jolly today? Bro, I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time. I look jolly today because I spent about 4.5 hours straight just no, closer to 6 hours just mining Timite. Oh, I mean on Gecko. Right. Everything except for 1 and 6. But yeah, like, bro, I spent so long mining bloody Timite yesterday because of my own dumbass mistakes. Ow. Oh, come on, die. Thank you. Bro, tell me that I can transfer all my stuff from old profile to new as profile migration. You can do that, yeah. That is an allowed feature. Shuri is 67 buy and 70k sell. Ooh. That is not bad at all. That is not bad at all. Hell yeah. I have no complaints there. I mean, I probably won't bother selling until pretty much ending stream. I should realistically, I should transfer out each time that I have to leave the Rift. How much will it drop since you're doing it? Not much. You underestimate how many people need shurikens. Like, a lot of people do Diana. A lot of people do Diana. And that being said, most people dislike the Rift anyway. Like, best part about Rift money-making methods is they're so hard to kill because most people hate the Rift. And therefore, they're just less likely to do it anyway. There's your orchestra music. Go with your song Echo. Bet, man. Bro, it fits, trust. It fits perfectly. This might be the last Sun Gecko entry this round. How do you make money off geckos? You sell shurikens. And during Diana, shurikens tend to go up because Magic Find. And therefore, Sun Gecko tends to be rather good during Diana. Rather good. And as long as you get, like, 1 minute kill times, it's, which is pretty easy to do. What are your rates off this? I have no idea. It was about 50 mil outside of Diana. I actually don't remember what the price of shurikens was outside of Diana. To be fair. But it will have gone up a little bit. Have you done all 5 burgers? Ha ha ha, no. Yo, Quad Dragoner, thank you very much for the follow. How's it going? And now we go back over here. Is live? Wait. Dude, Dud is live. Check his... What? Came from YouTube to Twitch? Well, welcome over to the Twitch side. Did I just see a ghost? What? Why are you doing Rift? Money. Did I just see a ghost? Outside of Danny, it was about 7. Okay, so it's still got a little bit of time to properly go up then. Whee! Yeah, we'll have to give it a minute. Oh, wait, I need to turn my sky back on. No wonder the Rift looks ugly. Dud asked me... Who? To check his stream. Who? What? What? Oh, a dub bro. Okay. What? I, why do I mean, I, did they want me to have just leave their stream open in the background or something? Because he's kind of just playing FNAF, no? Just check it real quick. It's open. I don't know. Hello? I guess? I'm not too sure what I'm... Right, next entry.
Hello, Fire.
Right, I was...
As you can see, I'm playing FNAF. Okay. Hit.
Do I...
Shit!
Do I need to have, like... Do I...
No, I wanted you to just see what I was doing. That's really it.
Right. Okay.
Holy shit.
Okay. That's nice. I guess. That's... Okay. Alright. Sure thing, I guess. Sure thing. That was odd. How much money do you have now? I've got about 280 something million in my purse. 800 mil net worth. Should be getting a couple billion during Diana. So, we'll be getting a little bit of money over this period. We'll be getting a little bit of money over the Diana period. Do you ever go for dies? No, not really. I mean, I personally don't really care for them. Or care for the grind. There's not really any videos that I can make out of going for dies. And before you say, oh, loads of people make videos out of going for dies, that's exactly why there's no videos I can make out of going for dies. Because I don't want to just be die grinder number 5. Your Rose Dragon leveled to 100? GG. How much does M5 make? Dunno. I don't do M5. It depends. I mean, it really depends. Have you ever dropped one? Yeah, I've dropped a Cyclamen and a Necron. I mean, I really don't know. The last time that I ever heard of M5 was like a year ago. And that was like 60, 70 mil. Or something like that. Ideal setup for the of the activated challenges. Ideal setup is going to be 3/4 fiery Terror, a set of Ember Armor, Terminator, Hyperion, Blaze Pet, like a good amount of MP. Which, to be fair, I'm not too sure on, but it'll be over 1,000. And then up to... I forgot. Fuck. Well, now I forgot something. GG. I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, Master Star wasn't most of the profit from M5. Like, Master Star was not the reason that M5 was good. Do you have people to run tier 5 with? Because Party Finder is horrible. Nope, that's kind of part of the series. Oh, what Gecko challenges to get good essence and good times? Oh, everything except for 1 and 6. Oh yeah, right, Legion. I forgot about that. I forgot I'd need that. I mean, then again, yeah, the Legion's not that big of a deal. Legion, Recon... Oh, sorry, yeah, M5. Legions, Recoms, Master Stars. Yeah, exactly. When we sell the Shurikens, price is not that high, I think, right now. When the price goes up, probably. Have you done Diana recently? Not since January. I'm not particularly a big Diana enjoyer. I've never particularly been a huge Diana enjoyer, to be fair. Like, I maxed out all the bestiaries on the old Diana. And just kind of never bothered doing it for the new one. Did the event once in January. And then just never again. Technique for making moat. Time-out mining. Made like 2.5 million or so moats yesterday. Actually, I made a bit more than that, but it's fine. Yeah, we made about 2-ish million moats yesterday. Yeah, it teleports to me, my ass. How much does Diana make nowadays? So you ask me when the last time that I did Diana was, and I tell you it was like 5 months ago. And then you ask me how much it makes. I don't know, last time I did it was like 5 months ago. No, longer than that. Like 7 months ago. It's the 8th now, so yeah, last time I did it was 7 months ago, bro. I don't know. Over 100 million an hour, usually, I believe. And provided you've got good gear. But, like, Diana heavily depends on your gear. Diana heavily depends on what you have. Like, you know, if you've got max gear and you're doing in Crimson, no, if you've got max gear and you're doing Mythics, then you can easily average over 100. How'd you get your animations to stay in place like that? No frills. Would Swarm Daggers, Tier 6 enchants, Fiery Crimson, Hab 4, and 1 Bill Greg be enough for profit from Tier 4? I mean, it depends on what you mean by profit. Like, every boss is profit. You will make money. Not a lot of money, but you will make money. How much is Sunning Your Gecko making right now? Around 50-ish. It depends on, I mean, I'm still waiting for shurikens to go up in price a little bit. What's your no-frills mod for your attack speed? God only knows. All of the settings are in my Discord. I'll open them in a second. Either you can go and check in the Discord, or you can wait till I finish this and then. No, I wouldn't bother. Mythic Diana's probably not worth it with your gear. I'll be real. When's the last time I checked? Yeah, give it time. Give it time. Why were you ignoring YouTube chat yesterday? Oh, because it was broken. It fully just didn't update for like half an hour or something. Unfortunately, it happens. Sometimes the chat's on OBS break and they just don't update. I just thought YouTube chat was dead. And so I kind of just didn't. It's almost cooked Mythic Diana player. Necron armor with Felthorn Reaper. God damn. I mean, were they an Iron Man? If they're an Iron Man, then sure, fair enough, I guess. Like, they need it. If that is a non-Iron Man player, then yeah, that's no. Yo, okay, that's a little cooked. That's a little cooked. In a way, that's worth it. In a way, that's worth it. Can you check, please? Oh. There you go. Join the council? Nope. It's good right-click ability, so tanks use it because it doesn't cost mana. I mean, yes. Still not really worth it. Shit rates, 31 mil an hour. Yeah, that is horrific rates. I don't know how you did that. The amount of nons using basic Crimson with Giant Sword. I mean, yeah. The Giant Sword's a really interesting one, because on paper it seems really good. Like, Giant Sword seems like it'd be a really good weapon. But, in truth, unless you've got the MP to back it up, it's pretty much useless. Like, you know, if you're somebody who doesn't really understand the game too well, and you look at a giant sword, you're gonna think it's an OP-ass weapon. Like, it's got really high damage stats. You're gonna look at it and think, yep, this is the absolute peak of weaponry. But obviously, it just doesn't do anything. Like, unless you've got decent magical power, it just doesn't do anything, and ends up being worse than most other options. Nah, I'm sunning my gecko. I am muted, and I just had a girl on my lap for the past 45 minutes. I'm exactly where I want to be in life. W. I have 1k MP, and I don't use giants. Good. It's not a very good weapon. Ruining the method? Yeah, just not. Just not. That's Tormentor in a nutshell. I mean, Tormentor's a bit different. Tormentor is actually just useless. Like, by the time you have the ability to use a Tormentor, you're gonna have the gear and MP to use a Tormentor. The problem with Tormentor is that it's actually just useless. Like, by the time you get to the stage of being able to use it, you have no use for it. Hunt Axe. Not really. Like, yeah, cool, it goes in the Hunt Axe, but that doesn't really matter. Like, it genuinely doesn't really matter. Any good hunt, or like most good hunts, you don't even use a Hunt Axe. That's like its only use, yeah. But even then, it's basically used. Even then, it's basically useless for that. Yo, what's good, Vampu? How we doing? Yeah, there's definitely a lot of weapons that need to be changed slightly. Like, Tormentor really needs changing. Like, Tormentor should be good. But, I mean, to be fair, Tormentor should actually be good. The only reason that Tormentor isn't good is because melee isn't good. Like, general melee is not good. That is the only reason that Tormentor's bad. If general melee was good, Tormentor would be good. In fact, if general melee was good, then Tormentor would be insanely good. Unfortunately, it's not. What would the series have done if you had no Diana cycle? The same thing. What? Why am I dead? What hazard zone? Okay. I'd be real, I didn't notice the hazard zone. Claymore would die? No, it wouldn't. I mean, okay, yeah, if Tormentor was made dungeonizable, Claymore would die, but why would it be dungeonizable? Still Sun Geckos? Yes. Still very much Sun Geckoing. Like, they would never make Tormentor dungeonizable because it just doesn't make sense. That'd be like making Crimson Armor dungeonizable. Why would they do that? What about moats? I mean, how did I get moats this time? How did I get moats for this right now? They low-key should. Like hell they should. They just need to fix melee. Give people a reason to play KUUDRA. People have a reason to play KUUDRA. It has literally the best armor sets in the entire game. What are we talking about? What? Yo, what do we mean making Tormentor good would not give people any more of a reason to play KUUDRA. What? As in, outside of Diana, aren't moats for Prism better? Yeah, but it's way less fun. How long does it normally take you for a stack of highlights? Dunno. I did not pay attention. Thank you very much for my moats, my friend. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. But like, bro, saying that dungeonizing Tormentor would give people a reason to play KUUDRA when Crimson Armor, Aurora Armor, and Terra Armor all exist is kind of just dumb. No one wants to play KUUDRA because of the player base being toxic and only wanting 2K comps. Yeah, and making Tormentor good would not fix that. That wouldn't change shit. That's nice. Didn't need to know that, but thank you for the input. Much appreciated. Is it? No, it's not appreciated actually. Yeah, it kind of is. They should dungeonize all KUUDRA. No, the fuck they shouldn't. Why? Why should they do that? That wouldn't even make sense. The best in slot armor should come from dungeons, not KUUDRA. And if they dungeonized Crimson, Aurora, and Terra, the best in slot armor would absolutely be from KUUDRA. KUUDRA and dungeons should not interact with each other. Why is Sting dungeonizable? Yeah, I don't know, bro. Gives more variety to setups. No, it doesn't. I Sniff Mithril was good. How you doing? It does not give more variety to setups. It just gives a new strongest armor set. That's all. There wouldn't be any more variety. You want to play mage, you now use Aurora instead of if you want to play mage, use Aurora instead of Storm. You want to play Burrs? Cool. Now you use you want to play any other class? Cool. You use Terror instead of Necron. Sun Gecko price is going to be so yeah, it just isn't though. Besides, I'm posting, this isn't getting posted until after Diana anyway. Primordial's dungeonizable too. I mean, that makes sense. They're Slayer items. Slayer items tend to be dungeonizable. Like, that's been a thing for, Slayer items being dungeonizable has been a thing for a very long time. So, like, that one does make sense. Only certain tiers are better than Wither armors? Correct. But at Infernal tier, it doesn't make any, it just adds a new best in slot armor set, what? If you made KUUDRA armors dungeonizable, then suddenly you just have, like, yeah, cool, you use Necron until you have, like, Fiery or Infernal. And then Necron's useless. It just makes a new best in slot armor set that doesn't come from dungeons. That doesn't make any sense. Why should the best in slot dungeon set come from anywhere other than dungeons? And that doesn't make any sense. Why would KUUDRA be dungeon? It's already got a star system. Yeah. When the Mosquito Shortbow came out, I used Terror Boots, and yeah, it was very very OP. Mosquito Shortbow was unbelievably OP when it first came out. It was definitely a weapon. It was an interesting weapon. Term doesn't come from dungeons, and that's best in slot. Yeah, that's a whole separate argument. It shouldn't be, but you know, it is what it is. It is. That's a whole separate argument. Term being best in slot is not a good thing. Like your argument's stupid. Same for Midas Sword at one point. Midas Sword is no longer best in slot. A Terminator. Midas Sword is not best in slot. Claymore is. And so is Hyperion. So, that one doesn't matter. Yeah, it was best in slot at one point, but it isn't anymore, is it? So, that point's just stupid. Terminator being best in slot doesn't matter either, because it shouldn't be best in slot. But still number 2. Who the fuck cares about number 2? It's not best in slot. Who cares? We're acting like a Claymore's hard to get. Why don't you grind moats and buy a Rift Prism? Because it's really, really boring. What is even bad about a Reader of Healer? Reader of Healer is a 18+ anime. For Iron Man it is? Yeah, for Iron Man it is. Cool. Hyperion's better in M7 anyway. A Chimera Hyperion is better than is also better than a Midas Sword, so I still don't understand your point. Yeah, like your point still doesn't make sense. I've seen worse. Oh, I've seen worse as well. My point is not everything for dungeons has to come from dungeons. Correct, but the best items for dungeons should come from dungeons. Don't bring up the fucking Terminator point again, because as I said, that should never have been the best in slot item. Terminator should never have been as good as it is. KUUDRA items are specifically designed to not be used in dungeons. They would horrifically break dungeons. G-Drag, give me a dungeon pet that actually exists and that you would use over a G-Drag. Come on, hit me with it. Give me a dungeon pet that actually exists and makes sense to be used in actually makes sense to be used as a damage pet. G-Drag doesn't exist. G-Drag doesn't exist. What do... Yo. Care. What? Oh, skeleton. Skeleton's not a dungeon pet. Next question. Skeleton is as much of a dungeon pet as a, jellyfish is not a dungeon pet. Sheep is not a dungeon pet. They have dungeon perks, but they don't come from dungeons. They're just as much of a dungeon's pet as... Going by the standards of it comes from dungeons, they're just as much of a dungeon's pet as a G-Drag is. Gets more damage in dungeons. That's cool, it doesn't come from dungeons. If we're bringing pets into the... Something has to be from dungeons to be from dungeon, to be best in slot for dungeons. Those pets don't come from dungeons, so what's the point? Well, it can. Who the fuck is grinding a skeleton pet from dungeons, bro? Who in their right mind would grind a skeleton pet from dungeons? Are we dead ass? Yo, the pets don't matter. The pets don't matter. You get bones from mobs in dungeons. Okay, cool. So you can buy... I mean, you get money from dungeons, so you can buy a Midas sword with that money that you get from dungeons, and therefore, Midas sword is a dungeon sword. Yes, yes? The math ain't mathin', bro. The math ain't mathin'. But my point still, look, this whole argument stems from the fact that the KUUDRA armors should not be dungeonizable. And there is no reason they should be dungeonizable. They would literally break the game. Like, they would unironically completely break the game. I mean, take coins out of the equation, you can still get a skeleton pet from dungeons. Yeah, why would you? What kind of sick motherfucker would you have to be to do that? It's the same thought process. You get bones from dungeons, therefore you can craft a skeleton pet from bones you get from dungeons. Therefore, skeleton pet is a dungeon pet. You get coins from dungeons. You can buy a Midas sword with those coins. Therefore, Midas sword is a dungeon sword. That is the same thought process. If you think that is not the same thought process, you are wrong. Why aren't you dodging the beam? Laziness. Like, that is literally... Some Iron Man finna bid like 16 mil for a dead cat food? I mean, 16 mil would make sense for a dead cat food, no? It's about the same price as a Rift Prism. I also don't agree on your point for the term. What, that the term should not have been best in slot for dungeons? What? Why should the term have been best in slot for everything in dungeons? Term is literally the best item for every single class that isn't mage. Why in God's fucking name should Terminator be as good as it is? No, I said I do. Oh, sorry, but I also agree on your point. Yeah, my point on term, yeah, that makes sense. It shouldn't. It absolutely shouldn't. Dungeon armor, if you can't see that KUUDRA armors would break dungeons, though, if they were dungeonizable, you need to go back and look at what they do. Crimson Swipe alone would break dungeons. Like... Crimson Swipe would genuinely one-tap half of the bosses in the game. Aurora Missiles would also genuinely break half of the bosses in the game. Terminator having an extra 2 arrows with having more, whilst your armor set having significantly more damage than Necron would also break the game. How many motes do Rift Prisms normally cost? I think like 17 mil. Aurora missiles don't work anymore? I'm pretty sure they do. Unless they... I mean, unless they removed them, but I can't see why they'd remove them. Remember when Warden Helmet was dungeonizable? Yeah, that shit was OP as hell. They broke ages ago? Ah, my bad. But, okay. We can't go off an item not working right now, though, and say, yeah, if they dungeonized it, it'd be fine, because the perk doesn't actually work. That still doesn't make sense. So, yeah, cool, Aurora wouldn't break the game if it was dungeonizable, because the perk doesn't work. Well, I mean, you're technically right. But, like... Squid, help me out here. If KUUDRA armors were dungeonizable, they would absolutely destroy the balance of dungeons. They would absolutely, like, destroy the balance of dungeons. Like, it would be... I think it'd be fine with them nerfing / disabling abilities. Then what would be the point of them existing? If the KUUDRA armors were dungeonizable and they nerfed their ability, if they nerfed or removed their abilities, what would be the point in them existing? Better stats. You've unironically still got an armor set that is best in slot for dungeons that does not come from dungeons, which, in my opinion, is wrong. The best in slot items for dungeons should be from dungeons. And with the exception of the Terminator, that is how that works. The best in slot items for outside of dungeons should be KUUDRA. Because that's what they're designed for. Why, like, one armor set being the best for everything in the game just doesn't make sense. Like, that's so boring. Is higher level Griffin better? Well, I mean, yeah. Obviously. Higher level is more stats. Do you think they'll make Ashwood armor dungeonizable? No idea. Probably not, though. Ashwood armor is, I believe, designed for the raid. Like, the purpose of Ashwood's armor is for the raid, I believe. I'm drooling to give Infernal... Bro, Infernal Aurora... Like, Infernal 15-star Aurora, like, with Master Star. So I guess technically 20. Gonna eclipse Crimson in the raid. It is likely going to be for the raid. It will be better than Crimson in the raid. I very highly doubt it will be better than Crimson outside of the raid. How's the stream going? Pretty good. Pretty good. No way they make raid armor similar to how dungeon armor works. It's the only way that I can think of them actually balancing it whilst making it better than Crimson. Like, that's the only way that I can actually think about them balancing it. Like, Crimson is so OP already. I cannot think of them making an armor set better than Crimson for outside of dungeons. Or outside of the raid. What's raid armor? So, the future content, combat updates, Ashwood Citadel, will be a raid. How much is 15-star Crimson? I want to say it's like 10, 15 billion or something. But, I mean, 15-star doesn't matter. 15-star is such a small upgrade over normal Infernal. It's such a small upgrade in reality. Like, it just doesn't matter and isn't worth talking about. How you doing? I'm doing pretty damn good, thank you. How are you doing? I can't wait for the Infernal stars to be cheaper. Keep waiting. Transferring items from one profile slot to another, then deleting the other profile bannable. Shouldn't be. Depends on what your like, if you're transferring minion profits or something, then that's pretty cooked. But, like, you know, if you've been playing on one profile and then want to quit that profile, then that should be fine. $15-star, roughly 2 billion per piece. Something like that. I don't know. How many modes did you start with? I want to say 3.5-ish? Somewhere around 3.5-ish. Do you know if there's a sack for Diana items? Yep, it's the event sack. But yeah, like, genuinely, without making the armor only specifically best in slot for the raid, I cannot see how they would make it better than Crimson. Like, Crimson is already disgustingly strong. And having any single armor set better than Crimson for just normal gameplay, unless they just giga nerf Crimson and make it useless. There is nothing in this game that's hard enough that needs an armor set better than Crimson. And I don't think that'll change anytime soon. It's gonna be more expensive than Crimson and stronger. But, like, that's just terrible game design. I'm sorry. But, like, making anything better than Crimson for normal gameplay is horrific. I know that they're not good at balancing. But a raid star system like Master Stars? I don't know. They might. I know they're not good at balancing, but that'd be a whole different level of bad balancing. Like, what? You already get over 100,000 EHP in Crimson. Basically one-shot everything in the game without worrying about it. I just can't understand it. I don't know. I don't know. It's egoed twice by fire. Maybe it was because I was midway through talking. Anyway, how we doing, Whammy? Was good, was good. Yeah, I don't want them to make something better than Crimson, even though I don't have Infernal. They just can't, bro. Genuinely, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just have it 2 or 3x stats whenever during a raid, but Abden's probably gonna make it useless. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, in order to balance it, it would unironically have to only be good in the raid, and not that good outside of the raid. Like, genuinely, I don't know. Like, the admins said ages ago that the KUUDRA armors were going to be the peak. They're obviously not, but they designed them to be the best. Like, they designed them to be the, like, all-time best. It's going to be Mythos armor, but for the raid. You know Mythos armor's worse than Crimson, right? Wow, okay. That's not good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm cooked, bro. That's not good at all. Why can't I find a balance? GG, I guess. Mytho is equal to Infernal Crimson without swipe. Why are we talking about Crimson without swipe? Also, I feel like it isn't. Dungeon items are pretty similar now, how they are useless outside dungeons, which have all the KUUDRA sets. Yeah, pretty much. Those calves could solve World War. Real. That's not true, but... Should I be using Crimson armor for Diana? Depends on how good your Crimson armor is. Your least favorite KUUDRA set in terms of looks, further. Like burning? Nah, use Mythos. Stick with your Mythos. Needs to do Diana, but I have a life. Why? Why do you have a life? Stop that. Foraging nerfed? Kinda. Apparently not nerfed as much as people think it is. It's just a whole lot less fun. What about 7-star burning? I wouldn't bother until Infernal. Truth be told. My 7-star burning Crimson low-key performing better than Mythos right now. Okay. I mean, I don't particularly play Diana, so, like, I know what I'm told by other people. But I can't really give, like, specifics. Fiery now worth it? Fiery's always been worth it. So watch your E-Man full movie while farming, decide to check out the rest of your channel, and I see you alive. Well, hello, hello. What's good, what's good? Welcome in. It's about a guy who's, like, reverse Deadpool. What? It's about a guy who's, like, reverse Deadpool. What, redo of Healer? Whammy, redo of Healer is... The reason it's funny is because redo of Healer is an 18+ anime. When good for doing tier 4 Blaze? When good for doing tier 4 Blaze? When what good for doing tier 4 Blaze? That's, the stream dying. GG. Song request? Oh, fuck, my bad. Let me finish. Let me beat this guy up. Let me quickly beat him up. Hold on. Give me a second. Wonder why it's dying on Whammy's side. That's kind of weird. Bro's just getting cooked. Bro's just getting cooked. Bro, chat. All of my tier 4 blazes, my thousands of hours doing how long have you farmed motes per hour for Gecko? A long time. I don't know, like 7 hours maybe, 6 hours, something like that. Can someone tell me what he said? Oh, GG. Bro, I've actually been, like the Blaze Slayer's basically just been training me for Sun Gecko. My fingers are strong. I can click many hours. Men say, what is good for doing tier 4 Blaze? Like, Gauntlet with Fiery, 1 bill Crown of Avarice, tier 3 Daggers, and Greg good. If you were looking at making money, it's okay. You'd probably want to get Infernal. I don't know how much MP you have. Gauntlet, you'd use the Demon Slayer Gauntlet. Anime, and it's not a live action show. Oh, it's an 18+ anime. Is what I was saying. Zachary Coleman was good, was good. But I mean, you're not wrong. It is in fact not a live action. Like right now. Yeah, that's rough, bro. 1.4k MP. Okay, I mean, it's not too bad. Not just for money, but still trying to. I mean, yeah, if you're not going for money, then yeah, you've got plenty. You know, if 100 mil Crown of Avarice is better than Warden Helmet, it kind of depends on your gear. Think High School DxD, but more rapey. That's... It's genuinely probably the best explanation I could possibly give there. How many geckos you done now? No idea. I honestly don't really keep track of it. You playing disc block on the side again? No, my PC was crying earlier, so I kind of left it. Besides, I've got less time to pay attention to the side of my monitor this time around. 1600 MP with like 5 stuff. I mean, it's probably fine. Yo, Vibri was good, was good. I would assume. Is Infernal Crimson Helmet better than 100 mil Crown? Once again, that depends on your gear, bro. Deadpool meets Oppenheimer. It's no. No, not really. Not really. How do you have 3.3 mil motes? I mind. Just enjoy making challenges instead of maxing your old account. My old account was very maxed. Like, my old account was so far past the end game. I was, think, 7th place in combat XP overall. Got to 3rd place on the Blaze Slayer leaderboard. Had a couple of other high leaderboard spots. didn't really care for level grinding, and made over 160 billion coins off of Blaze alone. So I'll be honest, I mean, there's not really much that I could have cared to do. Pet leveling better than spawning with Wisp for money? I believe so, yes. What cattle farmers do to cows, the MC does it. Yeah, basically, redo of Heal It if I had to explain it. I think probably the best way to explain it would be guy goes on a slightly rapey revenge mission with after reincarnating. I think that's probably a pretty good way to explain that. I think that's probably the best way to explain that. Oh my god! Could have die grinded, but not everyone likes it. I mean, I personally like making videos, and I don't want to be die grinder number 6. He didn't he regret guy taking revenge. Yeah, I mean, yes. But you're missing the very key word. You're missing a very key word in that. You're missing a very key word before revenge there. It is yeah, it's a show of all time. It is definitely a show of all time. After stream, want to play an interesting game with me? Not really. Time travel revenge against abusers. Yes. By sexually abusing them. It's a show. It's a show. So you're playing more for content instead of fun? No, I play for fun. But I like making content. So I just do both. Yeah, I mean, die grinding is fun, but making content is also a lot of fun. And why would I want to make content that half of that literally 90% of the endgame community of creators make? Like, if I can have fun and make content that other people don't make, or have fun and make content that literally everybody else makes, I'm gonna choose the other option. Gecko's more efficient solo with a party. I'm pretty sure you can't do party Gecko. New Slayer? Not quite. It's Sun Gecko. It's in the Rift mountaintop. It's been around for a while. Just like hearing your opinion on it. Fair, fair, fair. Like, I don't mind die grinding. I think it's fun. Being unique. Ooh, real. You're right. We Streak Tiki's on 160k per. Yeah, it's they're up. They may or may not be a little teeny weeny bit up. Just you know, just a teeny tiny bit. Anybody else love drinking 380 milligrams of caffeine at 9 p.m? I mean, yes. Caffeine making me fall asleep. Therefore, it is like my bedtime drink. I will go downstairs and I will get a cup of coffee with milk. And then I will pass out for the next foreseeable few hours. And it works out pretty well. Will this negatively affect the sun gecko population? Hopefully. I am pro-genocide. No, I'm not. On specific people. No, creatures. I am pro-genocide on specific creatures. I live in the UK. Specifically geckos. Every Minecraft tick, so the population is always increasing. That just means we need more people to cull them. Are you pro-genocide on blazes? Oh, absolutely. Bro, I spent a lot of my life culling blazes. Come on now. I was a natural disaster to them. First court, GG! W. Actual W's. Who would win, a zombie apocalypse or the top 7 rev killers? I mean, the top 7 rev killers because they all have a Hyperion. Unironically, you wouldn't need more than one person. Like, let's be real here. How do you feel now that Blazes are endangered due to overhunting? Pretty good. I'm happy because I played a part in it. And I made my mark in history, you know? My goal was achieved. Feels good. Feels good. Now they know not to disrespect me. That'll teach those yellow blazes. That'll teach those little floaty roddy boys. That'll teach them. That'll... Do you want this okay. Alright, bro. How much essence are we on right now? 1,200. God damn. Yo, 1,200 essence. We are not even under 3 mil motes yet. I am starting to realize, though, I'm going to need a lot more motes, bro. Why do you stay in hazard zone? Is it more efficient? Because you can just use you can just ice it. Hazard zone doesn't do any damage if you just ice it. I mean, obviously it's more efficient, yeah, because you're still hitting the boss. Must ask, how many burgers are we at? 1. Will you go back to playing on main, or do you have... I have more stuff planned. One of the challenges may be on the main profile, but I do have more stuff planned. But yeah, like, you don't have to leave the hazard zone. It's not gonna kill you. Is Diana scripted? Yes. Why do you hit with sword? Why not? It's in the first slot of my hotbar, and I'm used to hitting things with the first slot of my hotbar. And so I just if I'm hitting things, my brain just defaults to hitting with what I usually hit things with. Sword gives speed too. Yeah, also true. Sword also gives speed. Not that that means much, to be fair. Not that speed means a whole lot. Like, it's pretty meaningless, I'll be real. Is Diana a bat, bro? Hold on, wait a sec. Let me answer that question by switching to my starting screen. Does that answer your question? Does that answer your question by any chance? How did you get Fearless Feet? Don't worry about it. I love it. It's a great starting screen. I need to make V3 soon. Like, I've had that starting screen on for way too long now. I need to update it sometime soon. Do you need help? I mean, I usually put it to my Discord to send in images. Whenever we make a new one. Remove the Ascent PvP mentions. I mean, where for V3 it will be. Can you put my Diana? Yes. For V3 it'll be removed. Like for V3, the only things that stay from V2 is the entire thing. Like the entire of the old screen, the old starting screen gets put on the new one somewhere. What is this thing? It is well, points. It is gambling points. Can you... oh, the other thing that adds... the other thing that stays on the starting screen is the Spider-Man slapping some NPC's ass. That has been consistent throughout my entire time streaming. It has always been... It has always been there. It used to be Marina. Obviously. You know, for obvious reasons. Do Jerry's ass. If I can find an image of it, because I really don't want to have to draw one myself. Look, if I have to draw it myself, I will. But I would rather not. I do not need that on my, I do not need that. Why can't we have Marina as well? Because we've already had Marina. Marina's already been done. Come on now, I don't need another one. My guess would be Foxy. Ooh, I don't know, man. I mean, I guess I don't know. I feel like Barry's got a dark side. You know? I don't know, man. I feel like Barry's got a dark side. You ready for Curseful's event? Yes. It'll be interesting, that's for sure. It'll definitely be interesting. I feel like some of the matchups are interesting though. I feel like some of the matchups are odd. Because like he said, I'll be pairing everybody up. I'll be pairing everybody up at similar levels, and then paired Lace and Fear 5S. With how much Diana is on the Diana's on the current starting screen. Like Diana is literally the center of the starting screen. She's the one currently getting slapped by Spider-Man. Like, yo, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like Lace might. I don't know. I don't know. It's saying I'll put people at similar stages together and then putting Lace and Fear together is kind of like, you know, it's kind of a choice. When Aatrox and Paul 4th perk, I'll be real, they don't need it. Like, I'll be so real, they do not need it. Will you ever do an Iron Man? Nope. Aatrox and Paul just don't need a 4th perk. Like, they're already so strong as is. I cannot imagine them actually getting a 4th perk and it being balanced. Cole is in a similar situation where he just doesn't need a 4th perk. Like, Cole is already insanely strong as is. Cole has 4 perks? Oh, well, never mind then. But yeah, Aatrox and Paul just do not need 4th perks. They are plenty strong as is. If Cole would get if Cole would ever get a Fiesta perk not as 4th perk. What do you mean? What? What? Just one of them is hopeless? What do you mean? Wait, what? I need to look up Cole's perks. What do you mean by the 30% forge time? What is the 30% forge time one? Like, forge is 30% faster? Good night, Whammy. Yeah, how is that a bad perk? That's a really good perk, what? Wait, how is that a bad perk? That sounds like a good perk, no? Like, it's good, I guess, but what do you mean, but? It's a really good perk. It's not talking about mining minions work faster? Yeah, that one's a little cooked. That one's not brilliant. Like, let's be real. Most people do not use mining minions. Shit goes out to, like, the 6 people that use, that still use Lapis, trust. Just dropped an epic slug. GG, I think. I use gold minions. Nice. I would ask why, but I mean, I know why. It's an odd choice, but I know why. I'm not grinding 100 mil gold collection, Twin. Bro, it's gonna take you... It takes so long to get it through menu. It's just not worth it, though. Yeah, if we talk about mayors, bro, just remove Scorpius, bro. Just remove Scorpius. You know, the guy's actually useless. The guy is genuinely useless. Really enjoyed watching your videos recently and enjoyed. Thank you for the content. Well, thank you very much for watching the videos. I much appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Free 1 mil? Free 1 mil. Or add more items to the auctions. I don't think that the darker auctions are particularly a good system anyway. To be honest with you. Like, I don't think that dark auctions or darker auctions are particularly a good system either way. Isn't it like a couple of months with 31 gold minions? Yeah, that's not a good amount of time. Provides a much more consistent way of getting tier 7s for Iron Man. Yeah, they should really fix that. Like, that does not mean that Scorpius shouldn't be removed. That means they should fix the tier 7 issue. Like, dark auctions and darker auctions are not a good system. Like, they are just straight up not a good system. The fact that it makes it easier to get tier 7s for Iron Mans just means they need to make tier 7... They just need to give a better way to get tier 7s for Iron Mans that's not darker auction. Mayors from 1 to 10 only in terms of looks. Jerry, Aatrox, Jerry, Aatrox, Jerry, Marina, Diana. Also hate time lock things. Yeah, same. I mean, there's not that many time lock things now, to be fair. Or not many time lock things that are actually a problem. Like, most of them are pretty alright. What's better, Slug or Rose Dragon? Rose Dragon. Well, I mean... What? I mean... Rose... They're different... They're for different purposes. They do two different things. That one amulet you can only get in real December? Yes, that's why I said there's not that many. Speedrunner hype on a new profile? I mean, within like a few days. I mean, you could genuinely get it within 30 hours of starting a profile from Rift, to be fair. You could get it with it pretty quickly from hunting. Give me my song, my bad. Like, if I actually focused on making money from the start with Rift, I would be triple the amount of money I have right now. Just for my OP, I don't like Prism if you want to get passive. I mean, Prism's not really time locked. I think they should add a soft Iron Man that would be like a custom rule set or something that'd be cool. Yeah, just do that yourself. Why they don't need to add a profile for you to do that. You just do that yourself. If you can speedrun hype like 12 hours with pelts, at least you could have. Yeah, I'd rather not. I'll be real, bro. Pelts are actually just. I don't want to touch pelts in my life. Prism is time locked in the same sense that coins are time locked playing the game. Yeah, Prism just isn't time locked, is the thing. Like, it takes you longer than it takes the average person longer than the time between auctions to get the motes for Prism. But like technically fastest way on a new profile. I mean, I'm pretty sure technically fastest way would be flipping, no? Like, you do some pelts and then just hard flip. I feel like that would be the... Wait for 2 months to max my fishing rod due to the drought of fishing festivals? Yes, Mayor events are kind of cooked for time lock stuff. That is, I think Alsgrove said it was like 17 hours and trusted speedrun was like 19 hours. God damn. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, there's actually not as much time locking as people think there are. Do you have code? I do not. I am not nearly large enough for that. But yeah, there's not as much time locking as people actually think that there is. Like, most things that you'd think of that are actually time locked, they're only time locked because you've started them late. Like, reputation, I don't consider as being time locked. Because by the time that you by the time a reasonable person has the gear to do Infernal KUUDRA, you could have finished your rep like 6 times over. Rep farming is not that bad. Yo, what do we mean rep farming is not? It is not that bad. Because I always forget to do it. Okay, well that's that's a you problem. Speaking of, I haven't done my rep today. GG. Any collabs to get your name out there so we can support you sooner with the code? I'm not really the collabing type, I'll be honest. I'll be completely real. It's just so forgettable. I mean, you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. Dailies are forgettable, for sure. Like, I've been doing them every day. Like, I remember at some point during the day to do them. I need to get into the habit of doing it as soon as I log on. I need to get into the habit of doing my dailies instantly. Although, actually, that being said, I don't know whether they've reset yet. Come to think about it. No, they definitely should have reset. I'm pretty sure I did them quite early yesterday. How are we doing in terms of essence? Yo, 1698. Let's go. Not bad. Not bad at all. But yeah, I'll wait a little bit to sell, see if they go up in price. Like, I'm not gonna bother with got an idea of hourly right now? Not really. Current prices, I don't know, probably 50, 60. I actually don't know. I could do the math at some point. But yo, Stars on Moon was good. I mean, technically I could go and check. Because the first round was with... Like, the first round was... I have space, right? Yeah. Why is leveling a dragon pet so such a pain? Depends on the dragon. Some of them are fine. Some of them take quite a while. Like, Rose Dragon, I think, takes quite a while. The other ones are pretty chill. Like, G-Drag and J-Drag are pretty quick. This makes like 27 mil an hour. No. No. No, this makes way more than 27 mil an hour. So that is from the last hour, chat. So I'm making 76 million coins per hour right now. Oh my god, are you in the content creator tournament? I am. I've been put up against Toadstar. Isn't the other method better? I mean, yeah, but I can't do that live, can I? Also, not right now. They usually do go higher, yes. I mean, I'm pretty sure they usually go higher. What music genre do you usually listen to? I don't know, actually. Come do your dailies? Nah, I'll do them later. Almost my farming rates. What's insane, though, is that these are, like, the same prices as without Diana, I'm pretty sure. 70 mile an hour plus prep? I mean, yeah. Obviously. Then again, if I wasn't on such a small time span, I would have prepped using tier 5 vamp, which would have been profit anyway. What modifiers are you using? Everything except 1 and 6. I've been using all but 1 and 6. Bro, I need to, I need to create some inventory space, because these shurikens are going to be starting to take up. These shurikens are going to be taking up space. I need 18 slots total, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 9. Yeah, that's fine. Loki, don't like echoes. I would have just done vamp. Yeah, but I can't stream the vamp stuff. I can't make content on that right now. How much money are you planning on making from Gecko? Billions. How much money is like your sweet spot? Between 4 and 5 billion. Ideally. Is what I'm aiming to get before KUUDRA, and that shouldn't be too difficult. That should not be too difficult. I'm back. Welcome back. Welcome back. What do you even need for KUUDRA? Hyperion, Terminator, Blaze Pet, quite a lot, a decent amount of MP. Okay, I'm gonna take damage. It's fine though. But yeah, Hyperion, Terminator, decent amount of MP, Blaze Pet, a couple of other little bits and pieces, Ember Armor, Fiery Terror. First modifier worth it? Nah. It ends up being significantly less per hour. Until when are you going to grind Sun Gecko? Until I'm out of motes. I mean, I'm not going to finish all my motes today, but I'll probably end up grinding like 4 million motes worth of Sun Gecko during Diana. 4 to 5 million motes of Gecko. Oh, wait, I just completely ignored the hazard zone. GG. That isn't that bad. I mean, that is gear for this. Obviously, that's gear for this challenge profile. That is not good KUUDRA gear. I don't think you need hype. Kinda do. Need, no, but I'm not going to have the gear to not need hype. I'm not going to have the gear to be able to term veil it. How do you have so many motes? I mined a bunch of highlight. I mined like 2.5 million highlight yesterday. It wasn't a particularly fun experience, but like it was worth it. Dude bro with the rate of 3. Yo, what's good? How was your FNAF? How was your FNAF? Was good. How do you have so much passion? First, I really enjoy the game. Second, I really enjoy making content. Wonder how high is your call weight? Basically 0. How many hours was it? Dunno. Quite a few, though. Quite a few. You gonna keep this profile? I'll probably throw it away. I might keep it and just get us and just buy one of the new profile slots, but odds are I'll probably get rid of it. I don't really have any use for it. Wooden helmet worth it? Depends on your stage of the game. I'll be real. It depends on where you are in the game. I kind of want to check my rift hours. Oh, that's bad. I am very much in the wrong zone. Overprime audio helmet? How long it took you to get those motes? Dunno, I mind highlight. I didn't really pay attention. It was about 500,000 motes-ish per hour, so a while. Shit, I keep on icing at the wrong time. Come on, buddy. This was a terrible fight. Holy, this one took forever. This one took forever. Current goal? Hyperion. How much collection do you have? I don't know. 12,186. So not that much. Have you seen that guy on TikTok that speedruns life skills? I have not. Playtime detailed. How's my rift time looking? 66.5 hours. Yeah, that's a reasonable amount of time spent in the rift. Do you have your dungeon recs already? I mean, no. I've had no reason to enter dungeons yet. Thought current goal was money. Well, I mean, obviously, yeah, but the Hyperion is what I'm getting that money for. Hyperion and the gear to actually use it. How is Sun Gecko getting money? Shurikens. It is for shurikens. See, Hyperion's one of the first items that I want to get. Because Zealot Bruises is going to be one of my main ways to... Do you know how to nuke... Do you know how to nuke Manticore? Nope. But yeah, Hyperion wants to be one of the first because Zealot Bruises is going to be one of my main ways of getting combat XP. Modifiers are everything but 1 and 6. And Hyperion is, I mean, obviously, yes, I could just use a Glacial Scythe for bruises, but Hype is just so much better. There's no reason for me not to use a Hype for it. Midas Spoon. Surely. How are you? I'm doing great, thank you. How are you doing? What's good, what's good? Will you get E-Man carries? Nope. No, E-Man's going to be pretty quick this time around. I'm going to have much better gear than before. Is Hyping Bruises better than Hyping Extremists for XP? No. But Extremists make literally no money. And Bruisers happen to make a decent bit of money. I mean, if I only wanted XP, then I would just go and do Smoldering Blazes, because nothing else gives even close to the Smoldering Blazes combat XP. For Deppy coming up, do you need max dungeon set to split? I don't know. I'm afraid. I missed the big triple T. I know, I don't want to get carried again when I don't need to. Like, this series carries don't really matter. Like, I'm going to be able to do it so fast anyway. Like, I'm not going to be touching E-Man until I already have a fiery KUUDRA completion. One good thing happened. I stopped vomiting blood. Oh my god. Holy shit. I'm glad. That is not good. That is not great. Don't you need floor 7 complete for hype? Correct. But does it really matter whether I get a Hyperion before or after I complete the floor 7? Either option is going to end up with me having a Hyperion. Just one of them means that I can use it immediately, and one of them means I've got to go and do floor 7 to use the hype. Either way, I've got to do floor 7. Doesn't matter whether I get it first or afterwards. You can try RCM or just melee? Honestly, I don't know. I might just go RCM, to be fair. Like, I genuinely don't know whether it would be worth it. I don't think it'd be worth it to buy a melee setup. I'd just sell it again afterwards anyway. 1 million euros, but you can't play Skyblock anymore. Yeah, that seems fair. Well, I'm about to lose this fight. That sucks. GG. That's odd. Sun Gecko... Okay, Sun Gecko is the only mob in the Rift, I think, that actually takes time after that 10 seconds. Most mobs don't take time anymore. Eight-second kill time for tier 4 E-Man, good enough for E-Man Slayer 7. It's extremely slow, but if you feel like it's good enough, then it's good enough. Breakfast burrito or burger? I'm saying breakfast burrito. I'm saying the burrito. That's what I'm reckoning here. Yeah, I need to pay a bit more attention to the time losses. Will I be blessed with a Fiesta Coal next? Yes. Probably. Maybe. Potentially. It has been a while since we got a Fiesta, actually, hasn't it? It has been a decent bit of time, actually. What are the games you play? I mean, I kind of don't, really. I don't particularly get the time to play other games. In all truth. No, do not spend Greg Bank. There isn't all... Yeah, I don't really get the time to do that. I mean, what, between each... Do you think Skyblock will fix the inflation problem? Is there an inflation problem? As a genuine question, is there really an inflation problem? Because if so, I haven't really noticed it. Will there be a new profile after this one? 50-50. Haven't decided. I thought there was a yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure we're in a deflation, not inflation. With macroing entering a bunch of coins, but, I mean, it doesn't really matter. We're currently in deflation, not inflation. Like, we're not... The economy's not inflating any more than it should be. But it's going to spike. Why? Like, we saw this before. But why would it spike? Every time there's been a spike, there's been a good reason behind it. And right now, there isn't any actual reason for the economy for inflation to spike. For Blaze Tier 4, when do I use Rag? You use Rag whilst the demons are spawning. What mod disables the mob dying animation? No frills. But yeah, like there is no reason for the economy to spike. Like what? Macroing is macroing. Macroing is going to happen. It is what it is. There's no way for admins to stop macroing from happening. It's going to be a thing. Greenhouse is greenhouse. But there is nothing in the game to cause a spike. Like, yeah, obviously, at some point, something will happen, and we'll go through another massive period of inflation. That's just how economies are. Greenhouse is dead. You're an idiot if you think that's true. Like, they killed it. Yeah, you're an actual dumbass if you think that's true. I'm sorry, bro. Greenhouse is many things, but it is not dead. Greenhouse is definitely not dead, sir. Bro needs to chill out on his viewers. Yo, my bad that you take things every seriously. Way too seriously. My bad you take things too seriously, my friend. But Greenhouse is far from, it's true, though. My bad that you take things too seriously. Is what it is. Like, unless somebody's genuinely pissing me off, I don't lash out at them in any actual, like, insulting way. Like, I don't actually try and hurt anybody intentionally. Calling your viewers dumb is kind of rude. Bro, I'm not exactly being serious, but, like... but, I'm sorry, calling somebody a dumbass for saying that Greenhouse is dead... I'm sorry. I guess. But he literally has a point. Bro, Greenhouse is not dead. Greenhouse got hurt for an Iron Man. Greenhouse is buffed on normal profiles. No, saying Greenhouse is dead is just wrong. Like, on normal profiles, on normal profiles, it's been buffed. My friend, on normal profiles, Greenhouse has genuinely been buffed. How's Greenhouse buffed? Because they made some crops better. Like, they genuinely buffed some crops. Like, I'm sorry. But, yeah, they actually buffed certain crops. The only thing with Greenhouse is it's not as insanely AFKable as it was before. That's what's changed in it. It takes a slight bit more effort now. That's all. That's the only change, and that is not enough to kill the Greenhouse. How high do you think Shurikens are going to go this Diana? Don't know. Do you know the crops they buffed? I know Stop-like Petals. I don't know the other ones. But I know Stop-like Petals got a huge buff. But yeah, like, you have to attend to your crops a little bit more regularly than you did before. And you have to replant stuff more. You have to replant stuff now. That's it. Normal profiles just got a massive buff. Like, it is, unironically, one of the most insane updates I've ever seen. Like, the admins are sitting here like, okay, so Greenhouse is making 10% of the entire server's profit right now. Let's buff it. Let's make Greenhouse seem less appealing by changing a few little things, by making some tiny little tweaks. And now people have to replant their crops every few days. But because of that, because we've done that, let's buff the ever-loving fuck out of it for normal profiles. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. But what about the Iron Man? Oh, boss, what about the Iron Mans? They're gonna be getting buffed as well. Oh, what do we do now? Boss? Nerf it for Iron Man. We can't be having Iron Mans making good profit. No. We can't be having that. Nerf it for Iron Mans. It is actually one of the most stupid updates. If something actually happens for a dupe books, probably not. Admin added 2 more steps and everyone thinks they nerfed it. That's because human beings are predetermined to look at negative over positive. From an actual psychological standpoint, a human being will read the patch notes and they will see the nerfs, and they will completely ignore the buffs. They will no longer see the buffs. Like, the buffs are insignificant because of the nerfs. Like, from a genuine psychological standpoint, humans are built to see negatives. Let me into the chamber, thanks. Humans also don't like change. Yeah, exactly. You put the two together, and they just don't read the fact that stuff's been buffed. I make more from mutations now since I was kind of forced to move on Ashwreath. Can't use the best crops since I only get 1k farm fortune, and planting them is more profit likely for me. Fair. What do I put meter on for Tara? You put it on wasps. Didn't Blaze Day get easier because of the healing update? I mean, yeah, it's still absurdly expensive. We prioritize avoiding loss higher than equivalent gain. Yeah, except in this case, it's not equivalent gain. In this case, it's just gain. In this case, it's just straight gain. What did they change about the greenhouse? So, crops now die after 3 days. But they also giga buffed the rates of some mutations. So I mean, GG, I guess. Might all of us transfer to Normbros and just insta-sell our sacks, ruin the economy sometime? Yeah, that'd be funny as fuck, man. What do we think about shuriken prices? They could go up a bit still. They're not that high right now. Make 100 mil a day from greenhouse. Should I look for another crop? No, that's pretty good. 100 mil a day is pretty good. Yeah, chat, greenhouse is dead, right? Greenhouse is dead. Only 100 mil a day. Greenhouse is dead. Isn't it better to not have meter on anything so I have a chance to drop anything? Okay, so how the meter changes work, you're a little confused. So how the meter changes work is if you are at 100% meter, then you will drop that item and only that item. But only if you're at 100% meter. Until you reach that 100% meter, you can drop anything. It doesn't matter if your meter's on Primordial Eye, you could drop anything else from the meter. It doesn't matter whether your meter's on Wasp, you could drop anything else, as long as it's not at 100%. So, I kind of funny because you're not the first person. There's quite a lot of people who've been confused about how it works, which makes me find it quite funny. It's just explained really badly. But yeah, don't worry. As long as it's not as long as your meter's not on 100%, you can drop anything. Is the RNG meter actually increasing odds? Yes. It does in fact make the drop chances higher. Yo, oh my god, there's another combo buff down there. Hey, buddy, you go down there. You go down there. I'm 1 out of 100 stacks of Obsolete. I need to make my money goal this Diana. Oh my god. 100 stacks is pain. Holy shit. What are you... I'm assuming you're going for Prism, right? 100 stacks? 2 billion coins. 100 stacks. There is no way you need 100 stacks to make 2 bill. So, what if I do Silk? I make the keybind shortcut, the next we put it on Silk every other boss, because you only drop Silk every other boss. So, one boss you put it on Wasp, and the other on Silk. Bro, it ain't doing shit. Guaranteeing yourself a Silk drop doesn't matter. It's better to just leave it on Wasp. Actually, I'm pretty sure you put it on Primordial Eye for, like, first 10% or something, and then put on Wasp after that. But, like... having one boss on Wasp doesn't give you a higher chance to drop a Wasp. Like, the RNG meter doesn't kick in on the first boss. If it's not gonna give you a higher chance to drop a Wasp if you haven't done any bosses. Like, the first boss of your meter is equal to you not having a meter. On a shard item? Oh, it might actually be better on a shard item. You're right. I kind of forgot about the shard item. Wouldn't be able to use the Karambit for this? Probably. But speed doesn't really do much. I'll be real. Yeah, shurikens are not going to go to 100k. 100k is like year 500 prices. Thoughts on the healing revamp effect? I think it's good. I think the healing revamp was good for the game. A lot of things are easier, but they're also... The fights also make more sense. Like, you're not just guaranteed full health permanently anymore. Just because you have a high level of drain and vitality. Give me a second on the song rack. Where's my glass corn? Now I have to wait again. GG. I feel that one. I really feel that one. I've had one too many times. Okay, 7 minutes. Should have enough time to do one more. Hey, chat, we're almost 500,000 modes down. So, what if I have it on Silk all the time? Will I still be able to drop Wasp since it's only 100% meter for half the bus? Why would you have it on Silk all the time, though? That just doesn't make sense. That's just less money. Like, if you drop a Silk, let's say 3 bosses in a row, then you don't have a chance to drop another item during that time. Like, if you drop the item from the RNG meter, then that means that's the only item you're going to get on that boss. So why would you do that? You're just heavily decreasing the amount of... Yeah, when I said 100%, that was my bad. I explained it badly. I was meaning that if you get the RNG meter drop, then that's the only drop you'll get on that boss. Provided you get the RNG meter drop. It's Lapis. But yeah, that's the only, anyway, how you doing, Dragon Sub? Was good. So yeah, that's kind of my bad. If you have meter on Primordial Eye and you drop Primordial Eye, you don't have a chance to get another drop on that boss. So let's say you have meter on, yeah, wow, okay. 7 minutes clearly was not long enough. What the fuck? I took way too much time on that one. Jesus Christ, I should have been paying more attention. W minus relic? Rev shouldn't do Viscera anymore. I mean, you didn't do Viscera anyway on Revs. Why would you do Viscera on... What? Is roughly 2,000 bosses. Each boss requires 500 motes. That's fair. Yeah, that's about right. It used to be good to guarantee profit. I most certainly never said that. How long did it take to grind 4 mil? Got about 5k and 500k an hour, so not that long. Can you use lapis as a weapon? I mean, if I had a lapis piece, then technically, yeah. I mean... Oh my fucking god, it just is not letting me move to the side, but okay, whatever. Yeah, like, if you're hunting tier 3s, then you put it on Viscera, yeah. Because there's nothing else you can get from the boss. Well, Unique's on Greenhouse for XP and starting to make money. I need to do that at some point, but, like, honestly, I just don't care for Greenhouse in the slightest. Safe bid for Prism. I mean, 18 mil would be a pretty safe bid. I think usually, like, between 16 and 17 and a half is pretty average. How does Sungeka make money? These things. With Vampire or Highlight? Highlight. Would you say it's acceptable to use Nautic like for Gecko? Not really. Not really. Just want passive money from Greenhouse? I mean, fair. How much an hour? A little bit. A little bit. Just a tiny bit. I mean, barely anything, but how many shurikens do you have? I don't know. I just sold 76 million of them a couple of entries ago. So, I don't know. I'll check my essence on the next entry. Can you gatekeep a little more? Nope. Sorry. We are currently at 720 essence. Not bad at all. Last time that I sold was at 20 past, so 1 hour and 20 minutes. So that's not too bad. That's not bad at all. Evil Skyblock community helps his community thrive real. I mean, some things I gatekeep, some things I don't. This is one of the things I'm not going to gatekeep specifically. Mostly because it just doesn't need it. Like, the amount of people that buy Shuriken... Okay, I iced, but whatever. Are you doing Diana? No. I do not have the gear for Diana. Probably gonna do 2.5 stacks of upside and stacks of other kinds. That's fair. At a time and do that 40 times. I feel you. I did something similar, except I took long breaks with Vamp in between. For a bit. Shuriken's expensive, but people don't want to do them, but they also don't know about them. Also true. But, I mean, genuinely, have you been selling now? I've sold a couple now. Not a ton of them. I've sold a couple now. I've only sold 76 mil of them right now, which isn't that many. Rank every Slayer for money. Without abusing funny things. Yeah, without abusing funny little, funny techs, it would be Blaze, Tarantula, Vampire, E-Man, Rev, Sven. Although, E-Man depends on how good your gear is. E-Man can be higher than Tarantula. It also heavily depends on the how good cores are. How expensive cores are. So E-Man can be in multiple different places. Rev also depends on whether there's an Aatrox or not. Because Rev can also equal Tarantula during Aatrox. Sven is the bottom. Sven is absolutely the bottom. Think until wait until later, Diana. Yeah, I will. What's a good kill time on Tarantula? Like between like what, 14 seconds? 13, 14 seconds? Do you think it's not worth it to try and spend money on E-Man just to get a Blaze set? If you plan on earning enough money for Blaze from E-Man, you're going to be doing a lot of E-Man. I would definitely not abuse non-intended game mechanics. Oh, no. It's an intended game mechanic. I never said it was non-intended. It's a very intended game mechanic. It's just messing with some markets and pricing. Have you ever done Ghosts? Not recently. Need to double it, but probably impossible without... I mean, yeah, Mosquito is basically a requirement for tier 5 Tarantula. Mary, hoping for next? Honestly, I don't care. Oh, I'll be real. I actually just don't care. Diana's the only Maya that matters to me. None of the others matter at all. Let me... I don't know. Yeah, there's no others that matter. Derpy will be cool because of the skill XP. But none of the other Mayors actually do anything. None of the other Mayors do anything important. Jerry would also be good. Yeah, Jerry can't be next. Like, Jerry physically can't be next because, I mean, what? Jerry isn't off cooldown yet. Special Mayors have Special Mayors are on a rotation. You always know when they're going to come in. Derpy is the next Special Mayor. I can't remember when Derpy's coming in. It's pretty soon, though. Derpy should be pretty soon. Best Mayor in your opinion? Best Mayor is easily Jerry, and anybody that says it's not is lying. There is no other correct answer other than Jerry. Scorpius is by far and away the worst. Regular Maya? Regular Maya is an interesting one. Because it's either Diana or Diaz. I think. For best normal Maya, I think Diana or Diaz is probably the best. For worst normal Maya, Foxy. Diaz is an interesting pick. Diaz is overlooked. Diaz is an extremely good Maya. Having the ability to guarantee the next Maya having all of its perks is extremely strong. It means you can prepare for the next Maya. Does Diaz have any money-making methods? No, Diaz is a prep Maya. I mean, technically, yes, Diaz is you can get Shen's items and Crown of Avarice and stuff much cheaper. But the reason that Diaz is so good is you guarantee whoever's the minister with Diaz is in the next election with all of their perks. So you can guarantee whoever gets chosen as the minister is going to be the next mayor, basically. Like, so if you have a Diaz alongside a Cole, with Cole as their mayor, then Cole is guaranteed to be next. And since Mining Fiesta can be a minister perk, you know, you can have 2 Mining Fiestas straight in a row. That is why Foxy is so strong. No, not Foxy. That's why Diaz is so good. Haven't had that perk for like 8 months. Okay, your point being. Doesn't make it any less strong. Or you could have two Grand Feast Finnegans in a row. Like Diaz is really good. But yeah, I don't think anyone could argue that Diana's probably just the best mayor at the moment. She does so much stuff. She is very strong. Outdated, obviously Scorpius. Scorpius is extremely outdated. I mean, Foxy, kind of. Foxy's just not great in general. I mean, no, I'm not talking about for money. I'm not talking about money-wise. I think it's unfair to connect Maya being good to how much money it makes. I think because a mayor makes money does not make it a good mayor. Just because Diana makes good money does not mean that Diana's a good mayor. Diana's a good mayor because Mythological Ritual has some of the best items in the entire game. It gives you a shit ton of tracking, making a bunch of other stuff easier. It makes pets easier to get. Like, like high-level pets easier to get. Like, Diana is a good mayor because of her perks. Not because she makes a lot of money. I mean, Diana making a lot of money is nice. But it's not why she's good. And Diana is the hottest. On God. The man of culture right here. Is Year of the Seal good for money? I mean, it's decent for money. You only kind of only do it 1 round though. Like you just buy a bunch of the expensive items and then just not do it again. I'm pretty sure you just kind of buy through the plushies and a couple of the other bits and pieces like the talismans, and then just don't do it again until the next year. As far as I'm aware. Like, Year of the Seal is not a good constant money. Would you say Greenhouse is the best passive money making method? Yes, and it's not close. Before someone says Forge is good with ghost grinding. Like, I mean, Forge is good without ghost grinding, but without ghost grinding, it's definitely not better than Greenhouse, even close. Time Pocket clears Greenhouse. Fair point. Time Pocket needs a lot more investment, though. Of money. How do I get into greenhouse for passive money? No idea. Best in stock for Time Pocket? Also no idea. I can't remember what's particularly the best crops for greenhouse at the moment. Obviously, obviously, yeah, you want pretty much a max farming setup alongside max greenhouse, basically. Forge good with worm fishing, true. Oh yeah, good point. Oh, that's bad. Use my ice too early. Time Pocket is a thing you get from the Rift. And pretty much it's... yeah, Time Pocket is from Rift. And pretty much it's something that you leave items in. And those items age over time. And the aged items sell for more money than the non-aged items. Coffee man or energy drinks? I mean, neither do anything for me. I just prefer the taste of coffee. Yeah, neither of them have any effect. I prefer the taste of coffee, and it's significantly healthier. Bro, I love the taste of White Monster. Fair enough, I guess. Honestly, I would just rather not put energy drinks into my body. Like it's I'd rather not. Greenhouse versus minions. That's not even a question. Greenhouse. That's not even remotely close. If you drink coffee every day, that's fine. I mean, coffee is a healthy thing. Like, coffee is healthy. Are you coffee or tea man? I mean, I drink tea more than coffee. But that's simply because I probably wouldn't want to drink, like, 15 cups of coffee in a day. I would probably die. Like, just because the caffeine doesn't really have an effect on me does not mean it probably wouldn't kill me. I would take 16 years off my lifespan. How it feels when Greenhouse makes 100 mil a day instead of like 240 mil a day. Are we... I mean, are you an Iron Man? No, the mockery people that are saying it's dead. Oh, right. No, the people that are saying it's dead don't realize that it got a buff. Like, Greenhouse is unless you're an Iron Man, Greenhouse is buffed. Justine said, and you read the description, and no, wait, and you said read the description, and I mean, Time Pocket kind of says what it does, though. Like, it literally says what it does. A bag which holds items that evolve over time. Time flows twice as fast in here. It says what it does. Time flows twice as fast in there. You put items that you put items that evolve over time in there. For example, Rosewater Flask. Yeah, Rosewater Flask, you know, there you go. Age, 0 out of 300 hours. It takes 300 hours to reach maximum age. In the Time Pocket, it would only take 150. These items require time. You put them in there, and they take half the time. Do you still use the same mod pack? Yes. I am gonna bring that down. And replace. And then, what was I looking for? These guys. I need to go and get some... I'm gonna need to get a bunch of chests and put them on my island, I think. Otherwise, I'm gonna run out of storage very quickly. 10k life supply time of white monsters from Costco. Here's about expiry dates, bro. The expiry date on a can of monster is so long. You just don't even need to worry about it. Like that shit is so long. Like that expiry date is not happening. Like you're drinking that shit before it expires. I'll be real. Timeite is absolutely the worst one. Still, Timeite is by far and away the worst one. You need so much of it. If you're if you're getting 100 stacks of Obsolete, that's 200 stacks of Timeite, bro. Eesh, I do not envy you. Can say that one for sure. Yo, Termsy, what's good? What's good? How you doing? Was good. The expiry is only like a year on White Monster. There is no way that's actually true, though. Like, the expiry date on the can, there is no way that's actually what the expiry actually is. Like, they almost certainly 100% just do that for safety reasons. I can almost guarantee you that. Don't you have to do nearly double that, especially once you leak the vampire thing? What do you mean? What? I went to Red Bull, and the new supply was always about a year. Yeah, once again, I'm 99% sure that they just put that on for the company's safety reasons. And that they last a hell of a lot longer than that. Like, in truth, they last a hell of a lot longer. They just put a much smaller, a much lower date on it to pretty much just protect them. This lobby compromise from an event, it's from a mod. It's basically saying that there's other people inside of your Diana lobby. Now that's all it's saying. Since Diana, you want to be in a solo lobby, it just says your lobby's compromised when there's more players in there. Don't ask me which mod it is, I don't know. Most things that are canned bottled is like tens of years now. Yeah, exactly, bro. We got to take the expired ones home. It was lovely. Holy W. Wait, that's actually a W. I'm back. Welcome back, August August. How's you doing? Yeah, I need to stop taking so much time damage from that. Like, is Party Diana bad now? It depends on your gear. It really depends on your gear. What does a solo lobby do? It just means that other people can't come and like steal your kills. Like, and like, you know, if just a random guy comes and kills your Inquis with like 100 magic find, then you're kind of cooked. And no looting 5, then GG's, I guess. Meta was loot share for Inquisitors. Unless if they fix the duo bug, then in what way does it depend on your gear? Well, if you've got shit gear, then being in a party is going to be better. If you've got really good gear, then it's less efficient to be in a party. Because you're getting... Basically, if you've got really good gear, odds are you'll probably end up loot sharing more Inquisitors than spawning your own. Everyone does so many burrows per hour that you'll end up loot sharing more Inquis than actually your own Inquis. So unless they've, I remember the last Diana there was a duo bug. I don't know whether they fixed that or not. There was a bug where you could double your drops. How much do I need for Alchemy 50? No idea. Shouldn't shurikens be more during Diana than outside of Diana? It's probably because so many of, like, it's the first day of Diana. Like, so many have been bought and sold. Odds are prices are have probably gone down a little bit due to that. Like, a lot of people probably put their shurikens up for sale immediately. odds are they will go up over Diana. But, like, for the first day, it's probably just been flooded a little bit. What upgrades do you have? Everything except for the 1st and the 6th. When in craft a legendary griffin, all just be able to not kill inquisitors and sphinx and get dropped. GG. GG on that one. Oh, hey, we're almost on. We're coming to the last geckos. We're coming to the last geckos of the hour, chat. Why did you sell some of it now, then? Just kind of needed the money for other stuff. Besides, like, the amount that I sold wasn't even 500,000 motes worth. Like, I barely sold anything. That 76 million coins of shurikens was like 300 and something thousand motes worth. What are you getting the money for right now? Hyperion and the gear to use it. Because 500 MP and no well, I mean, I don't need Storm because I've got Wise Dragon and that's fine. Actually, I'll probably use Storm for dailies. But I don't need Storm for most stuff. But 500 MP, not great. How much does this make? We'll find out in about 5 minutes. 6 minutes. Written by Anton, what's good? I want you to keep in mind that shuriken prices are currently down. Wise Dragon Hype is a very good setup. Like, I don't know whether you're joking when you say Wise Dragon Hype will be cold, but like Wise Dragon Hype is genuinely good. How are you today? Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. How are you today? Aren't they increasing because of Diana? It's day 1 of Diana. The market has almost certainly been flooded with them. Hence, prices have gone down immediately. And will go up afterwards. Yeah, there's a lot of people buying them, but there's almost certainly a shit ton of people trying to sell them at the same time. Like, selling off their stash. Go for my 2 billers, 800 MP, Necron, and a turn to do F7. Yeah, it works. Thank you for everything about you. Social chat is how people think you're being mean. I mean, every now and then I can be a dick. Like, I wouldn't say that I'm definitely not perfect. I have definitely been an asshole to a few people. Granted, they deserved it, but that's besides the point. You hate us? I do. Every last one of you. I mean, no, I kind of live most of my life by the rule of I give what I get. Like, you know, if someone's just being a straight asshole and just completely disrespectful, I'm not gonna give them any. I'm not gonna care about them. The next video will be after Diana. Most of the time they deserve it or can't tell. Oh yeah, my bad on that one. That's part of being British. Sarcasm is, well, I mean, I guess kind of all of us. We basically live on sarcasm. Song rec, give me a second. What power stone should I use? Yeah, urchins. Wait, no, for M7 with 800 MP fortuitous. Oh, I didn't touch that, but whatever, I suppose. Have 33 mil. Do I save or buy cookie? Buy cookie. Set 800 MP Terminator floor 7. Use a what do you call it? You use fortuitous. Would it be worth to get Hylian skill once I hit farming 50? Yes. I mean, it's more fortune. Greenhouse needs fortune, so why would you not get more fortune? Why would you not want more fortune? That doesn't seem to make much sense. Requirements for E-Man 4. I don't know really any right now, and to be honest, I'm too distracted to actually think properly. Like, burning, I guess, burning Crimson, Atom Split. The requirements haven't really changed. How much money have you made from Sun Gecko till now? I'll tell you in a few minutes. Burning Crimson, Atom Split, E-Man Pet, Lion Pet. Ideally, you'd get a relic, an Ender Artifact. It's not necessary, but you need it. It's kind of costly. You'll make the money back pretty quickly. How much money equals a lot? A couple hundred mil? Well, I mean, not a couple hundred mil. Decent amount. What about basic KUUDRA? I don't know. Basic KUUDRA doesn't really need anything. Like, truth be told, there's only one item that I would recommend you actually have for a basic KUUDRA, and that is a Hyperion. At least one person in your party needs a Hyperion, and it might as well be you. I'll be honest. The mindset of relying on somebody else and expecting somebody else in the party to have it because you don't want to is never going to be a good thing. So a Hyperion is basically the only item I'd recommend having that's actually needed. You can do basic KUUDRA with just fishing rod, yeah, but somebody in the party would need a Hyperion. Somebody needs the ability to clear. And trying to just rely on somebody else to do that for you kind of sucks. Like, yeah, you can, as long as you can do KUUDRA without a hype, as long as the rest of your other people in your party have one. Other than that, you kind of don't need much else. Not a lot of money with sloth pets. Foraging got some foraging's in an interesting position right now. Foraging got hit next on the random wheel. Right. Let's see. It's been about an hour since the last time. How much essence do we have? 1410. It's not a bad amount of essence. That's not a bad amount of essence at all. So, 45 at 64k coins per. Random wheel is so accurate. So, funny thing is that you say random wheel so accurate, but we have another theory. The admins just stalk Future 77's auction history and go based on that. Is this an hour? Yeah. They just stalk Future's history. Answer my question now. Give me a minute. Like, bro, every time that Future 77 is about to or has just released an update, they get cooked. Like, almost immediately afterwards, they release an update that instantly destroys it. Like, it's funny. It's really funny. Yeah, prices are down right now, so this hour would have been 48. Not too bad, but prices are very, very down. I'm gonna grab these back and go and put stuff in a chest, I think. I need some wood. Takes on the other wither blades, all useless. Genuinely, all useless. Is it Diana, by the way? Yeah. They are all useless. How many motes in upgrades for these rates? How many motes in What do you mean motes in upgrades? Astra is pretty useless still. Wither cloak is dead. Wither cloak is not a wither blade. Uploaded TikTok today talking about someone's username. He's in my friends list. Oh, hell yeah. A W. If I want a benefit of Sloth Pet, but I want max XP on my Black Cat, what's the best rule? Don't know, you're asking the wrong person. I mean, I don't really have... Making 90 mil an hour with Gecko with Raffle Event? Well, yeah, that's because Raffle Event gave you a shit ton of tracking. Shurikens were through the roof. Also, 90 mile an hour is pretty low for that one. Like, how much you spent on upgrades? Nothing. Upgrades don't cost motes. I still don't really know what... Like, I don't know what upgrades are you actually referring to. Because that's the part that I'm confused by here. I don't know what upgrades you're actually referring to. What about... Oh, sorry, I've read that. I meant the Gecko thing. Like, the essence upgrades, like these? Or the modifiers? Yes. Which fucking one? What do you mean, yes? This isn't a yes or no question. Doesn't Sun Gecko tire you? Not really. Upgrades. I'm gonna punch you in the face. I mean, they don't cost modes anyway, they cost essence. And none of them really do anything for Sun Gecko. The only thing that you spend your essence on is, realistically, shurikens. Oh! Is playing around the revival faster? Year. Ever do profile ratings? Probably not again. At least not in a hurry. Other than Blessing of Time and Enigma? Yeah, pretty much. None of them really do too much. How much Sun Gecko XP do you have? Good question, don't know. I can tell you on my next when I've done with this one. But yeah, no, I'll be real. I'm kind of used to it. Like I've done I did over 100,000 tier 4 blazes successfully. That's not counting the thousands that I failed. Like my finger's pretty strong. My finger's pretty strong at this point. 61,850. Well, what's good, Linky? Profile reviews are just for Skyblock content makers to make money off of them. Most creators don't charge for profile reviews, bro. Like there's like 2 people that charge for profile reviews. Like most people don't charge for that shit. How long does it take to find what server you're in? It's more of just RNG because obviously I leave servers fairly frequently. Who charges? To be determined. Isn't 3 mil motes like 700 mil? Something like that. I mean, I'm hoping prices go up a little bit, so it should be a bit more than that. But yeah, I'm gonna need more motes for sure. 3 mil motes will not take that long to go through. Like what? We've already gone through over 500,000. Is there a direct motes to coins? Depends on prices. Okay, I iced, but cool. To be stop charging them for the most part? Ah, I see. I mean, Candy Pat, I believe. Candy Pat kind of semi-charges, like... Not, it doesn't say outright, but all of the shorts are donations. Most people use it as a way to grow using shorts. Also, I mean... If you want me to be completely real here, profile review shorts will not grow you very much. I'll be very real. There is significantly better ways to grow than profile review shorts. They are not that good. Like they were good back in the hot slicer era, bro. And profile review shorts were back in the hot slicer times. No, that is very over now. That meta's long gone. Hit the jackpot for clout when he dropped that Terminator. On God. Bro, that one Terminator is like, bro, that one term drop is unreal. Bro is everywhere. Do PV for 10k points in Twitch, but I don't want to. See, the thing with profile reviews is they're always the same. They're all the same. Like, someone's like, oh, I don't know what to do, and they have skill average 6. Or they're like, I need Skyblock XP, and they have 3 minions unlocked. You know, well, I mean... Haven't played in quite a while. What is that money-making method, and how much does it make? This is Sun Gecko. Right now, prices are down, and it makes about 50 mil an hour. Prices are up, it makes a good bit more. I don't know what to do, and then you tell them what to do, and they're like, but I don't want to do that. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, profile reviews are genuinely kind of pointless. You should do the series where you go through each Slayer and drop the rarest non-die drop. I've done that already. Didn't post it on YouTube, but I used to do that every time Aatrox was in. Once I have some gear back, I might go back and do Aatrox bingo again. I stopped the series because it was getting too boring. Like, I was dropping everything in... I dropped everything within, like, 2 days. Or a day or 2. And it was getting kind of boring. Legless Slayers was a good one. I mean, the thumbnail for it was terrible. I think I could have made the video better. To be fair, I don't know how good of a... I don't know. I don't know whether it... I don't know. It was a fun idea. I just don't know how good of an idea it actually would have been for content-wise. Or how good it could have ever been. How do I get an hour of Rift time? Enigma Souls? Gear? Talismans? Equipment? Rift actually worth the grind. You're... Absolutely. Most probably get from Twilight. About 500k. About falling grandpa when you did E-Man? Yeah, it was peak, bro. No more Slayer series. Yeah, if you don't like Slayers, you are in the wrong place, my friend. I'm so sorry. But if you're not a person that likes Slayers, you probably are in the wrong place. Like, I am probably one of Hypixel's main Slayer grinders. I think I got at peak. I was at what, like 20 something on the global Slayer leaderboard, like global total Slayer XP leaderboard. That's just because I didn't do that much rev though. I only had like 48 million rev XP. Kind of wild that I had less rev XP than Blaze XP, thinking about it. Like, that's kind of insane. Do you watch any Skyblock YouTubers? Not particularly, I'll be honest. You made the same series about 4 times. Which one? What? Which one? Huh? No, 48 rev XP, thank you very much. Average prism cost is... yeah, they're pretty expensive. I've done Slayer to Hyperion twice, and it was both of them were very different. Did E-Man Slayer speedrun, and I did Blaze Slayer... did a Blaze Slayer mini-series. None of which are even close to being similar to each other. So, I don't know what you mean, bro. Only dupe videos going for the hype multiple times, but they're all different. Yeah, the only dupe video is the Slayer to Hyperion. I just wanted to redo it because a lot of things had changed. Try Rift to Hype, but you only get to enter once. Literally impossible. Why don't you stream on TikTok as well? Because I can't be bothered. I like reading the chats of whatever I stream on. And I would not have TikTok chat on. Not a chance. And of course gave me a hype. Yeah, a hype that got voided. A hype that went straight into the void. Never know you did Slayers? Yeah, man. I was, I had been the Slayer guy for quite a while. Before kind of stopped other things. I am very much a Slayer grinder. Best part of the game. Was I the reason for a new profile? No. I was already very burnt out of my main profile by the time, like, during the E-Man series. And after I came back from the Enderman Slayer series, I had pretty much realized that I just didn't want to do... I just didn't want to play it anymore. Aren't you number 1 in Blaze? No. Not even close. I got to number 3 before I properly quit Blaze. And then was number 7 when I quit the profile. I mean, I only had 100,000 kills. That's 100,000 kills and 50 million XP. Like, that's not even half of what the top players, the people at the top of the leaderboard have. You ever go back to streaming an M7 speedrun? I mean, at some point. The M7 profile is my main profile. What was your reaction when you got banned? Confusion? I mean, I wasn't live, so I didn't really have much of a reaction. I was kind of confused. You got banned? I did. I got shot down by Hypixel's detection of Watchdog. Because Watchdog doesn't understand... For what? IRL trading. Except not actually. But it's okay. It's okay. I got to experience firsthand the appeal system just not functioning. How long your runs? About a minute. You didn't get wiped? My main profile didn't. The profile that was suspected of IRL trading did. Which profile was that? Well, I mean, it Rift to Hype? No, I've never done Rift to Hype. What? Wait, where did you get Rift to Hype from? Hold on a minute. You IRL traded? Billions. Absolute billions. It's a profile that no one would have known about. The only people that would have known about it is the people who were in the stream when that profile was when I was on that profile. Like, I had 30 minutes of total playtime on it. Isn't this one basically Rift to Hype? This is Rift to a hell of a lot more than a hype. But, I mean, episode 3 is Rift to Hype, yeah. That was my profile? It was indeed. Does your stream have no game sounds? It's very quiet. Actually, yeah, it's very quiet. I have game sounds really low for recording purposes. Because it really, really fucks up with the audio. Fucks up the audio and balancing if they are much higher. I got watch banned in short stream. Yeah, to be fair, you got banned in quite a few places because of that. How much does Sun Gecko give per hour? Current rates where the shurikens are pretty low, about 50 million. How would you get detected for IRL trading? By doing things that are normally considered IRL trading. There's ways that there's specific ways that people are, when you're getting Ubix Cube, you raise a good point. I need to do it at some point. But yeah, there's specific methods that people use to IRL trade, and those get detected. For Sun Gecko, you need to consider moat farming. It does not take that long to moat farm. You get 500,000 moats an hour. Like, it really doesn't take that long. Also, if you really want to consider that, then just go grind tier 5 vamp for moats. Like, I know, like, if you only do Sun Gecko during Diana, you just grind tier 5 vamp for money and moats. I can't. Why not? How much you consume? What? What do you mean? It is too much of pain. Really? It's not that hard. No, you get used to it. You could also, you could also just grind tier 4s, because tier 4s are basically free. Tier 4s can't drop the 1, but you do get... Tier 4s are more moats per hour, but you don't get the 1 books. Meaning that you do have to do back day if you get an unfanged. You've seen lesbian? No, can't say as I have. How much moats would you say you use in an hour? A couple 100,000? What, we're 2 hours and 38 minutes in, and I've used 600,000-ish moats. So actually not that many. Actually not that many. Help in tier 3 vamp. I can't kill the clockwork thingies fast enough. The clockwork thingies? The what? 1 hour of grinding moats is like 1 hour of... No. So 500,000 moats is about an hour. Like, you can get about 500,000 moats in an hour. And it's been 2 hours and 38 minutes, and I've used 600,000 moats. If you mean clock goils, like, I don't really see why you'd struggle to kill them fast enough. You just turn around and kill them. And then go back to the boss. They should only take, like, what, 3 hits to kill with your gear? Like, 3 hits each. So you kind of just turn around and kill them, and then go back. If they're annoying if they spawn during Mania. They can't spawn during Mania. They only spawn during Mania if you didn't destroy them. So moat grinding, you're close to 40 mil per hour 40 mil per hour. Something around there, yeah. Did you make a guide for the Rift? Nope. I'm personally against Rift guides. Or phase skip. I mean, yeah, or phase skip, but I mean, even if they spawn during Mania, they're still pretty quick to just kill. Like, they only take a couple of hits. They spawn right before the Mania. Then just focus them. They literally take like a couple of hits. I mean, you can kill them all before the actual Mania closes. Easily. And even then, just ice and just ice for the Mania. Then dodge the next Twin Claws. I mean, you might get unlucky, yeah, and have the Twin Claws be a close one. Did you make that 300 mil from Sun Gecko? No, most of it's from Vamp. Need to learn how to dodge Twin Claws. You press D or you press A. Twin claws is coming, you walk to the side. Are you gonna do a tier 5 guide? Probably. Okay, well, that's just unfair. Yo, that's just unfair. Like, bro got out of my reach. That's not even fair. 07 to my combo, I guess. Skill issue? Oh, my bad, you're right. Tip for tier 5 vamp. Don't die. I don't know, man. I don't know. Giving tips is really difficult without any form of information or baseline. Like, you can't really give tips for something if you don't have any information on the other person. How did I know you were going to say something like that? Because I can't give you any tips. I mean just general. There isn't really, like, that's kind of not really so much of a thing. Like, general tip for tier 5 vamp. Slow down, I guess. Why'd you crash the shuriken prices? I literally haven't. Have a Shadow Fury, so what should I buy next? How much MP do you have? Can you dodge the Twin Claw attack? Yeah, unless you're in a close mania. Like, unless the mania phase is literally in, like, the one that's next to the boss, then yes. How do you not get bored? Streaming. Playing is stronger. Like, doing some Gecko is a strong word. Like, I'm kind of just ignoring it. Clot Goyles. Do you have, like, 15 minutes of delay, by the way? How much rift time are you losing per run? I don't know. Quite a lot. A decent amount. And then what? What? What do you mean, and then what? And then what? Huh? Yo, I iced that. Okay, fuck you, I guess. I love this, like, sometimes I use something and it just doesn't work. 15-minute delay, XQC reference. Yeah, to those of us that don't watch XQC, then I probably wouldn't get that. Why did you and you alone decide to crash something? Yo, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have 600 right now, but trying to get more. That's probably what you should get next. I can't kill the clock girls fast enough to do a tier 3 vamp. How? Just turn around and kill them. They should only be like 3 hits each. Are you screwing someone saying you should put a 15 man? Oh, I actually do know that clip. Wait, never mind. I actually do know that clip. How much pilots would you say is enough for Prism? Like 4 stacks? 4 stacks? Nah, not even close. 4 stacks is only like, what? 5 mil? 6 mil? Like, yeah, it's only like 5 million. Just over 5 million. Yeah, you just heal. Clots don't do very much damage. Yeah, Prism's quite a long. Prism is not a short grind, that's for sure. Prism, I mean, that's why it's so expensive. Like, people just don't want to do it. I have 285 ping. Yeah, I understand that. But, like, clock oils are not ping dependent. Clock oils are not the thing that's ping dependent here. Mania and impels I could understand. Clock oils are not ping dependent. That's like saying you struggle to kill Zealot bruisers on time because of ping. If you know that they kill you, then pre-heal. If like, predict it. If you know that your ping is a problem and that you don't have time to react, then react before anything else happens. Fun fact, human beings are horrifically bad at reacting to things, but we are really, really, really good at prediction. Stop trying to react to everything. Any good method for people that are crap in the game than Sun Gecko? I mean, Timite mining, farming's not great. I mean, I'm assuming you're asking rift methods. So Timite mining, puff cruxes, snake mining. Rift prism. So did you hear the part that I said Timite mining? Yeah, shadows actually aren't too bad. Humans are great at reacting? Nah, okay. That kind of reacting, yes. When it comes to actually, like, reacting to a stimulus, an unexpected stimulus, humans are terrible at reacting. You can train that, but we're still significantly better at prediction. The best traits are, yeah, exactly. That is what made us humans what humans are. Endurance and prediction. But you don't have to do Sun Gecko to make money. I didn't say you did. To make it into money? No, I didn't say you did. That's why I said Timite mining and not Sun Gecko. Are we dead ass? Isn't it more pattern recognition than prediction? Guessant. They're kind of two out. Pattern recognition and prediction are the two parts, the sides of the same coin. Pattern recognition is is the same thing. Or prediction comes after pattern, right? Like you understand, you recognize a pattern, you predict what will happen next. Timite and stuff will never be able to be sold in the bazaar. How do I turn off fog again? Probably either in video settings, or it'll be in a shader or something, I guess. You can also turn it off in no frills, no render. You can turn it off there as well. We'd rather play Backtave for 30 minutes or mine Timite for an hour. Mine Timite for an hour, that's way better. Doing Backtave for 30 minutes doesn't do anything for me. Mining Timite for an hour does a lot. That's 500,000 motes. What? Huh? With 420 magic fine and looting 5, and would solo down be better? Probably. I mean, I assume if you have that, then you also do then your Burrow's Prower are also probably decent. Or Burrow's Prower are probably pretty good. So, probably. Foraging good for money? Not really. Foraging isn't particularly good for money at any stage of the game. It caps out at about 35 mil. Do one run of back to spend the rest of your mining time. Spend the rest of your life. Probably one back save, you know. Where do I find Smoldering Blazes? In the Smoldering Cave, it is to the right of the KUUDRA skull. Yeah, Permageld is good. That's a good point, but let's say that you gain nothing from it and are forced to do one or the other. I'd still rather mine time, mate. For an hour. It's just chill. I genuinely hate Backday. I do not find Backday fun. Excluding pet leveling, I mean, even including pet leveling, it doesn't make a whole lot. Like, pet leveling doesn't exactly increase foraging to be a competitive money-making method. And to get 35 mil an hour, you need to be, like, hyper efficient. Like, to get 35 mil an hour is, like, proper locked-in rates. You've got the whole route to you got the whole island route to yourself. You're maxed sweep and everything, and you're properly locked in. You can make, like, 40 mil an hour to NPC with Jade, though. Jade isn't foraging, is it? Does M3 make money? Some. I mean, just about everything in the game makes money. Does it make good money? No. But make the timber stat? Yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Like, the two theories of they either have nerfs on a random wheel and just choose based on that, or they nerf things based on what Future 77's auction history says, really holds up with this one. Like, they really hold up. With Jade Dragon, with Jade Dragon without leveling. What? Oh, with Jade Dragon without, you can make 40 mil an hour to NPC. Still? 40 mil an hour was before the, like, all the timber changes and stuff. 40 mil an hour was, like, max giga focus rates before the timber changes. Or what ZJ2 does. No, that doesn't make, no, ZJ doesn't make sense. The ZJ doesn't work in this one. The Future 77 one works because 99% of the time when something gets nerfed, it's like a couple of days after Future releases a video on it. Or releases a video maxing the setup. That's why the Future thing, that's why the Future one works. And it's happened like 5 times now. I still have no idea how you cut helix trees so fast. I have like 950 sweep. I mean, you're missing like 300. You're missing like 400 sweep for a start. Second, I don't know how well you've learned your route. Do you have max petal fall and timber and stuff? Like, do you have max fortune? Do you have like, yeah, petal fall, timber, the whatever call it is, woodpecker shard. Have you not seen the clip of week 1 nerfs? Oh, bro, that has nothing to do with ZJ2. Bro, no. That has nothing to do with that. I know the clip of the week 1 nerfs, but if ZJ wasn't expecting stuff to get nerfed, that's his fault. They were getting nerfed regardless. Everybody knew that those things were getting nerfed. He just chose to do them when he shouldn't have done them. Is Sun Gecko's the last money-making method on his profile? Not even close. Like, yeah, it was literally just after he had finished them, but like everybody knew that they were getting, that those things were going to get giga nerfed and like pushed into the ground anyway. Like, bro's getting upset about bestiaries getting reduced after he's finished it because they were ridiculously high before. Like, obviously it's going to get reduced. What? What's after Gecko? Bruisers is going to be one of the things that comes up after Gecko. Yeah, foraging is genuinely one of the most, what will be the others? You'll see. Foraging, it was a little funny. Like, I'm sorry, man. If he genuinely didn't expect them to get nerfed, then GG, I guess. I think the create mod is curing my Skyblock addiction. Bro, create mod's sick. Max timber, not max fortune, but like 75%. Might be ping causing block breaking. Ping is pretty, by bruise, you mean summoning eyes? Yes, yes. And final destination leveling. There's a couple of other bits and pieces here and there, but foraging is more Iron Man friendly. But why would you do it? If you're an Iron Man, why would you forage? If you're an Iron Man and you need money, why in God's name would you choose to forage? Like, it's not Iron Man friendly at all because it's pointless. Like, it's completely pointless. Future, he makes videos about things knowing they're getting nerfed so that the player base is miserable. Ooh, you right. You right. He usually releases the videos a couple days. More before the nerfs. I mean, before the nerfs, it was still bad. What? Before the nerfs, like, foraging, hypermax foraging, like, when you are, like, locked in, like, foraging is unironically one of the highest effort money-making methods. And even then, the highest effort money-making method, with, like, foraging being as high effort as it is, was only 40 mil an hour to NPC. Like, it was still not Iron Man friendly. 40 mil an hour for insanely high effort is still not Iron Man friendly. There's still no reason to do it. Like, it's still a waste of time. Any methods of making money for crap people outside of the Rift? I mean, the Rift is just better. Like, farming, mining, foraging, like, everything makes money. The Rift is just better. Because it doesn't require any gear. Like, Rift doesn't really require any progression. It doesn't need any gear. And it has a bunch of methods that make a lot of money. I mean, hunting exists, farming exists, and stuff like that, but they all require way more stuff. Mining doesn't make money without money. That's not technically true. You can just Iron Man the stuff, but... I mean, you're technically not... Yeah, I guess. 3 out of 100 done with my grind. Fun. Oh, you have fun with that. There's no way you're going to get through all of those moats in Diana. Like, for the amount of time it'll take you to grind them, there's no way you get through all of them. Is Sun Gecko the best? Right now, yes. With the exception of funny tier 5 vamp. But yeah, Sun Gecko is pretty much the peak. Bro's getting like 10 million moats. There is no way in hell that you get enough moats to go to. No way in hell you have enough time to do all that during the Diana. There is no shot. Still geckoing the sun? I'm gonna be geckoing the sun until Diana ends. I mean, I'm gonna have to grind a bunch of moats off stream, obviously, because I am not gonna have enough moats at all to last the whole of Diana. They were a day ago. That's why I thought someone crashed it. It's probably more that everyone's trying to instantly sell at the start of Diana. Like, Diana starts and there is a massive supply of shurikens. How long is left in Diana? Well, today is day 1. Diana's only just started. Diana started yesterday. So technically it's day 2, but first full day, I guess. Buy a bunch of the 1 books when price crashes, then I'm going to resell after they go back to 50 mil plus. The price won't crash. How's Diana help? Shuriken demand increase? Yes, yes. Thank you for just taking 6 years. Really? Yeah, the 1 won't crash. $240 film, 5 mil on Diana gear, even though I won't really use it for a while. GG. How long are your runs? About 1 minute-ish. Just under a minute, usually. If OFA randomly reverted back to its old version... Bro, if OFA was back to its old version, with the vitality changes, OFA would genuinely be insanely OP. Like, if it was back to how it used to be, with the current vitality, where Drain doesn't do anything, OFA would be so unbelievably OP. How much essence are we on? Nah, I've got a bunch more. I'll take a bunch more runs. On a niche-ish method like Gravel Mine, the price crashes and didn't come back. Don't worry, this one won't. This one absolutely won't. Wait, what am I... Bro, I'm too used to going to the vampire. I'm too used to doing vamp, bro. But yeah, this like literally has a 0% chance. Are these more ping-based or Prism? I mean, neither of the... Prism's way more ping-based. Because of the time gun. So, 500 mil of that is just for cheats because the term is about 700 mil. About to do 800 mil on MP. 2 after Diana, I should be able to sell them for enough to make money. Yes. Isn't just good. No. 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 Not at all. Not at all. GG on the chimeras. What's four-eyed? It's a four-eyed fish. It's a pretty expensive item, no? Magic find item, yes, yes. I think at least. Pretty sure it's a magic find. How do you get so much motes? I mined a bunch of time, mate. How many tries before you finish laser parkour? 2. Yeah, best bet item for Griffin. Skate the mining mod where it makes it look like a CSK seems so appealing, I might invest all of my money into it. I mean, you're not wrong. Like, bro, the dopamine hit goes crazy. The skater mining dopamine hit actually goes crazy. Funny part is that, like, it means, it has 0 meaning. Like, yo, Birasio, was good. Thank you so much for the follow. Did your mod pack have the skate mining mod? Probably not. But yeah, like, it's kind of funny, because it means nothing. Like, if it rolls 1 off of a legendary skater, that doesn't mean you're actually 1 off of getting a legendary skater. It's just kind of cool. I mean, 47 attempts and 2 enters in the rift for laser parkour. GG. Meta for most nowadays, is it still killing the mobs in the chateau? No, it's time mining. Honestly, the parkour's not that bad. I've done it so many times now. Ow. I've done it so many times, I'm kind of just used to it at this point. Like, I definitely can't first try it. But I'd probably average, like, 3 to 4 attempts. Like, you kind of just get used to the timing of the lasers. Granted, obviously, yeah, that's not to say that. That's not to say it's easy. It sure as hell isn't. It sure as hell isn't easy. Each ad is perfect timing, right in the middle of you talking. I mean, I kind of spend quite a lot of time yapping, like... most ads are going to be in the middle of me talking, considering that most of the time I'm talking. Backday killing in a party, they don't want to... It's backday killing in a party, and they don't want to admit it. What? On YouTube, you can just reload the page. Got high ping, I'm still not finished after 30 attempts. Bro, just go and make the 150,000 motes. Like, just go make the motes and skip it, bro. It is not that, like, it would take you less time to just go and make the motes. Why do you hate Backday? Because I just don't like it. Like, Backday, I just don't think it's fun. It has no real purpose for me to do it. And I just don't like it. It takes ages. And after, like, it's kind of fun for the first couple. But after, like, 10 or 15 of them, it definitely gets old. Is there any non-boring way of making money? Yeah. I mean, it depends on what you consider as like... I mean, Tier 5 KUUDRA is pretty fun. M5, M7, M4, they're all pretty fun. I'd say Blaze Slayer is pretty good. Same for Enderman Slayer. Tier 5 Spider's pretty fun. Vampire Slayer's pretty fun. I'd say that's all the non-boring ones. I mean, to be fair, like, you know, if you like farm, I guess, if you're someone who doesn't like boring, repetitive stuff like farming, then I guess they're the non-boring ones. See, money-making methods are... Tier 5 Vamp fun? Yeah, I quite like Tier 5 Vamp. See, money-making methods are good for one of two different reasons. Either they are boring and people don't want to do them, or they require a shit ton of gear. Those are the two reasons that that money-making methods are actually good. So basically, either if you want to make good money, you either do something that is boring, or you have a shit ton of gear. Does the Demon Slayer really make any money? Yeah. You just need a lot of gear. Why are we hating on M6? Because it's trash for coins. Well, you hitting the thing with the Holy Ice doesn't do any... because Holy Ice doesn't do any different damage to a sword. And I keep hold of it. Sorry, I keep hold of the ice for... so I can just right-click and use it whenever I need to hazard. It means just less effort, really. Doesn't really make it... Yeah, doesn't do any more damage. It doesn't do any less damage. Especially since it's combo-based anyway. I mean, it's a little less on the speed front, but that doesn't really matter. Like, the speed doesn't really do shit, I'll be real. If you get knocked away, you just teleport. Diana is the true description of you need to spend money to make money. Not really. No more than other stuff. How much does some geckos make including the moat grind timing? Depends on what you do to make moats. I mean, if you're doing moat grinding purely for the sake of doing moat grinding, like 30 mil an hour. But if you're doing something like tier 4 vampire at the same time, then probably a decent bit. I'm the pickaxe. Yo, what's good? Just finished my surgery and I've recovered. Hell yeah. Congratulations. Before Vitality update, people estimated a blaze boss to be like 1 mil profit on average. I mean, it's less. I think it's closer to like 700k, 600k average. No, maybe not 600. Close to like 800k. How much money do you think you're going to need? Between 4 and 5 billion. Hey man, just want to check if your chat's still innocent. Chat's pretty chill right now. Honestly, chat's honestly pretty chill. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. But yeah, honestly, M6 is genuinely just useless. Like, unless you're... No, actually, no. Unless you're an Iron Man and you need the stars, M6 is unironically useless. Which kind of sucks. Like, as far as an enjoy it, what's the KUUDRA shopping list? Hyperion, Term, Blaze Pet, over 1,000 magical power, Ember Armor, Fiery Terror. Couple of other bits and pieces, like, but most of the other bits and pieces aren't that expensive. Ember Armor? Ember Armor. Not like I can, it's not like I can use, Magmalord. And I kinda need it. Doing Ubik's Cube until Diana comes should cover the modes. Honestly, you're not wrong. Like, you think they'll do something with M6? Nah. Probably not. Fish minions? It still wouldn't get me there on time. Besides, it's not worth it. Realistically. Ember Armor's not exactly expensive. Or that expensive. Sure as hell not expensive for me to be that worried about. A good combat XP from the boss fight. Even then, F6, you might as well just run F6 for combat XP. To be honest with you. Like, F6 is basically as efficient per hour as M6 for combat XP. Like, for the amount of gear that you need for to do M6 XP runs. Actually, to be fair, if you have the gear to do M6 XP runs, you just go and use a Hyperion on Smoldering Blazes because it's infinitely better. Oh, F6. Well, we're talking about M6, not F6. But yeah, like if anyone has the gear to use M6 for XP runs, just go and hype Smoldering Blazes because it's so much better. Four days of farming mushrooms until farming 60. Yo, W. Wisp Pet, Hyperion, Smoldering Blazes is that's about all you need. That's a lot of combat XP per hour. Yo, what's good, Darkness? How's it going? How's it going? What are some good servers for carries? SBM, SBZ. It depends on what you're trying to get carried in there. Some servers have better carries for some things. I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure Nitro's server's not bad, actually. I don't know. Dungeons? Probably SBZ or SBM, then. I'd probably say one of those two. SPZ? SPZ. I'm pretty sure, at least. They're kind of the two main carry servers that just sort of do everything. Obviously, you know, you got like KUUDRA Gang that does KUUDRA carries and stuff, but SBM and SPZ are kind of the two, they're the two main ones. The two important ones, some may say. Bro, why is every single hazard zone up here? What's going on? We've been in every hazard zone. Damn. How much are you making from Sun Gecko? With current low prices, like 50-ish mil. They should go up a good bit. So we should. I mean, I haven't sold any of them. I'm just kind of putting them in chests on my island. Every now and then, I just kind of buy a bunch of shurikens and then ship them off. I need to figure out how much I need to. I should do the math on how many motes I actually need to max out the rift storage. Like, it's 18 slots. Do you know some stuff with KUUDRA carries? KUUDRA gang. KUUDRA gang has the best KUUDRA carries. Making like 6 million an hour from Tiki with 130. Yeah, prices are very up on Tikis. I think it's Shrieky Tiki has really high prices at the moment. Okay, let's see. 18 stacks of these is every 4 purchase, so 32. 64, 128, so it's 128 essence per stack. 128 times 18 is a job for 128 times 18 equals 3,924. That's because I put it wrong. 2,304. Okay, that's not too bad. I think, yeah, which sucks. I think some of the shards were really high earlier in the stream. Like, they kind of, some of them go really high and then some of them, then they drop. And then some of the others go really high and then they drop. I'm gonna need a lot more motes because the 3.8k, 3.8 mils, just not gonna do it. Are you missing me requesting June Miles? Not in the slightest. Yeah, the 3.8 mil motes that I have is just not gonna cover anything. Like, bro. I've already gone through 1,000,000 motes, chat. I've already gone through 1,000,000 motes in this stream. Holy, that was way too close for comfort. Yo, Ties with the prime. I don't know how to say your name. Or TY5E. I don't know how to say your name. But thank you so much for the thank you so much. Speedrunning to employment went. Oh yeah, all right, buddy. All right now. Soon, probably, surely, maybe. Surely it can't take that long, right? Whee! Come here, Gecko. Did some small math and you have enough motes for roughly 9 hours? Yeah, I do not have that many motes, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to do a lot of other ones. Both Fear and ZJ went live at the same time. Nice. That sounds like a recipe for ending the stream. It's pretty good timing, to be fair. Are you the goat or something? Not as far as I'm aware. Not as far as I know. What am I gonna watch whilst Diana-ing? I don't know, one of the other streamers, I guess. One of the other options. I mean, to be fair, my finger could probably do with a break. My finger could probably do with a bit of a break. Like, It's been 3 hours and 21 minutes of just straight left clicking. Like, bro, the fact I don't know how I'm physically capable of this. Like, why are so many people macroing zealots? Because it's Diana, and Diana gives. What does Diana give? Tracking. Okay. Dailies? Oh. Ah. 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 Wait. I'll do. Okay, I've got like 45 seconds. I can get most of them done in that time. No, I can't. It's okay. We'll get the Spectre Dust done. It's okay. It's okay. 20 of these. We like when you yap with your English accent and occasionally get loud. I would never get loud. How do you like Lucy Block? Oh, it's great. I mean, I can't actually use any of the textures other than the AOTV, so that doesn't matter. But it's great. W timing for a hype train, I guess. I mean, I guess. Sure, man. Cool. Oh, okay. Right. Well. Well, can't end now. Yeah, I can.